I'll just hit record. Screw it. And I'll share that stuff when people pop in. Something to talk about during the downtime, yeah.
What can I do for you?
There's been some activity up north at the rebel camp. I heard from a soldier named Nimitz that some human monk up there found the key to what's been driving them crazy. That wasn't you, was it? Anyway, he sent a sample to me, and it looks like the rocks I've been seeing over the Mogosh Mound to the east. I hear the ogres are guarding a chest up there. Might be related?
Good day. Keep your chin up, eh?
Oh,
We are
there's a
bound
go-to.
by a common enemy.
There's another go-to. Sit on those for now.
Well met. Light bless you.
One of Avail's many treasures lies nearby, on our side of the giant whirlpool. The mind's eye is held by an ogre mage in the Mogosh Ogre Mound. His name is Myzoth. From what I understand, he's vicious, and his magic is strong. If he has the mind's eye, his magic will be stronger still.
For the Alliance.
Well, let's go deal with him.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Mandokir is alive, yes. You are responsible, yes. You may be able to stop him still, yes.
Safe journey.
To know Mandokir, you must see Mandokir. To see Mandokir, you must use the eyes of the raptor. You formed a bond with the raptor Oganaka, the daughter of Ogun. To strengthen the bond, we need feathers.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Also, what's with the Zandalari here?
Do you know who I am? Give my regards to the throne.
Alright. No, Ismir start. No, no. That Ismir start. That. Oh, I forgot to. I blame Blade Travel for this. I just want to say that. I forgot to set up my build off camera. I was spent the entire time auditing. Doing stat comparisons. Whatever. We'll do Brewmaster later. Really want to get through Stranglethorn. And Swamp. And Burning Steps. And I just want to get on with it, to be honest with you, at this point. I'm ready to be done with the New World. We've done pretty much all of the really good revamped zones at this point. Now, we're past most of the bad revamped zones. That just leaves us with the neutral revamped zones, like Swamp of Sorrows, or Burning Steppes, or Blasted Lands. Like, the one I was really looking forward to was Westfall, and hey, Westfall did own up to being awesome. Go figure how that works out that way. I was thinking about it, though. One of the things that I am probably most well known for is constantly second-guessing myself. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, even though the FF14 runs are quite recent, maybe I should go back through and audit those. No. But I was thinking about it, wondering if my opinion would change on anything. I kind of don't think it would, but I had a weird random thought that if I went back through, I might be even less kind than I already was towards it. Like, holy crap, you know? Hi, Mr. Red. The good news is we're actually over halfway through the Eastern Kingdoms. Bad news is that we're past all of the interesting stuff. Good and bad. Yeah, if FF14 weren't, you know, a month-long colossal endeavor of hell, I'd at least think about it. Wouldn't think about it very long. It would still be a huge waste of time and effort, but I'd at least think about it. Tree. Ugh. This is in, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I mean, it's doubly amusing because it's been considered a note that several people have mentioned. It's like, oh my god, WoW has, for the first time, hit net positive in gameplay. And the idea of you know, comparing WoW to FF14, given that factoid, just amuses me a bit. But I get where Blade Travol's coming from. We're still in the bad stuff, to be honest. Kata was definitely a step in the right direction. Kata also had Arathi Highlands. You know? And Red Ridge. Come on. Come on. Like, what the hell is Pandaria gonna do? This whole time, I haven't really been saying this out loud. Yeah, FF14 doesn't have a BC, dragging it down by negative 300 golden number. Which, yeah, I don't even know what to add to that. Where's this stupid thing? There it is. Excuse me, I need this. Thank you. Bye. Monk, ladies and gentlemen. Who needs stealth when you can just run out? Anyways, I was thinking about direct comparisons, right? We actually already have one direct comparison. Because ARR's direct comparison is Cataclysm. For reasons I probably don't need to explain. Heavensward's direct comparison is Wrath. It was when they started really pushing the idea of story and really refocusing their efforts on what they were doing and how they were doing it. It was also very experimental and very flawed, but that's what happens when you're trying new things. One moment.
Any friend agreeing is a friend of mine.
Why is it that ogres always find priceless artifacts?
That's enough gabbing for me today.
Not what I expected. I thought it'd be a... sorry, I'm not sure what came over me. I'm sending this south.
Farewell.
Right.
Light be with you. Be careful. Go with honor,
You
friend.
retrieved the eye. This is the stuff of legends. I think my brother and sister said we wouldn't find anything worth in here. Ha! We're just getting started.
Be careful.
Are we? So,
Blessings upon you.
you bring feathers, yes. You can follow directions, yes.
Favor the road, travel.
We have feathers, yes. Speak with priestess when you are ready.
May your days be long and your hardship.
Welcome to Zul'Gurub, little one. Might not look like much now, but give it time. Yeah, Zul'Gurub, I think we're going to add to this one. Ah, it's good to be home. You're from the bloodline of Organ, my oldest friend. You see, our souls are intertwined, yours and mine. Here we are. Get ready for your training, little one. I recommend you forget that worthless human monk. Start thinking about your duty. Whoa, that was a thing.
Warm wishes to you.
What did priestess tell you? Raptor is daughter of Organ, heir to Mandakir's seat.
Seek the path.
Mind vision is not enough, no. Mind control, much more powerful magic, yes. Powerful magic needs powerful reagents, and troll brain is powerful.
Dionysus.
You want me to go rip out it? Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we are, Mr. Red. Speaking of which, Fife, if you want to join us for Zul'Gurub, that's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes from now, I'd say. Nighttime in Stranglethorn is a beautiful thing.
Very good.
Wait, hang on. Let's double check that. Let's see. Let's look at that amazing skybox. You know what? I've been sitting on this for a while. I want to give a negative to Brickwork for vanilla skyboxes. Because they're all crap. I'm sorry. Look at that. Triple negative for every skybox in vanilla. This is thankfully exclusively a vanilla problem and therefore is negatives relative to Kata. But what is that nonsense? I know what you're thinking, but lore, it might look better at night. Oh, yeah? There you go. Yep. Anyways.
Greetings.
Nighttime is a beautiful thing. The sky is filled with stars. The moon casts its rays between those leaves right there. I could stare at those skies all night. Unfortunately, the trolls that walk the ruins are interfering with my astronomy. They burn braziers day and night, which robs me of the darkness I need.
Very well, then.
Agreed, you're 15 pluses to brickwork for that garbage.
Do you want something?
The skill splitters, really? The skill splitter tribe! We're so good, you're not going to know how to play the game anymore. The skull splitters are an embarrassment to the Troy Empire. Their petty squabbles with the Bloodscalps have torn Northern Strangaton apart. With tribes like Darkspear and the Zandalari thrive, the skull splitters fight over ruins. I've been authorized to issue rewards to masters who are willing to deliver punishment to the skull splitters. I encourage you, anyone you know, to travel east into Zomamwe and call their wayward tribe.
I pray we chose our allies well.
Oh, don't worry. You did, but for all the wrong reasons. You joined Sylvanas, that was a mistake, yeah. But then we killed Sylvanas, so now you're free of her. You're stuck with us now, man. We be good partners. You ever think about that? Not to skip ahead in the narrative by, like, several years. But the Zandalari honestly lucked out hard. Because they allied themselves with, honestly, probably the worst group they could have until a massive internal restructure happened to that group. And all of a sudden, that meant that there was really only one group left. The Horden Alliance stopped being at war, and they stopped operating as two separate polities. I mean, obviously they are two nations, but that's not what I mean, right? Let me phrase this differently. The Zandalari got a foot in the door in international politics, which they didn't have before. And they were very much a race in decline. Like, really think about Zuldar. Zuldazar? Oh god, what's the name of the island? Zandalar. Think about Zandalar for a second. They have Zuldazar, right? Well, if you actually look at it and you do the quest here, you know, they don't have that strong a hold on their own chunk of the land. They have completely lost control of Nazmir, and Vol'dun is literally where they send exiles. So, they barely control 1/3 of their own island. Yeah, I think they lucked out. Now here's the funny thing. I can say the same damn thing about the Kultirans. It's just more obvious with the Kultirans. One of the major story arcs of the Kultiras stuff, the MSQ, going through... Kultira, is it just named called? It's just called Kultiras. One of the major story arcs going through here is specifically the fact that the Kultirans were on their way out. But their stubborn refusal to do anything other than sit in their corner and play with their own ball has been costing them. It's the exact reason why Twitface was even allowed to come to power. No, not Jaina's mother, the other one. Oh god, what is her name? Evil lady. Ashvane. That's it. Not to be confused with Ashamane. Very different person. Done, Yura. 15 positives for every cloud being unique in vanilla. No. A positive for every zone that uses vanilla skyboxes. Wait, better idea. Triple negative for them being crap. Don't worry, it really is the last time we'll give a negative for skyboxes. From this point onwards, we're going to get into stuff like Pandaria. Pandaria may not have, like, Dragonflight level skyboxes, but they're better. Like, I'm just going to say it, Honor and Plains. Right off the top of my head, it's one of my favorite skyboxes in the entire game. Boom. Don't at me. You can at me, it's okay. I'm just memeing. Feel free to at me. Doesn't have the same ring to it. Thank you, Talia. Appreciate you. Anyways, did I even finish talking about... Okay, so what I was trying to say is I've been doing some direct comparisons of the expansion. So, okay. So, ARR compares to Kata. We're in the middle of that. I'm actually curious which one's going to win. I think Kata's going to win, though. Because even though Kata's doing kind of overall, we haven't hit the end game Kata stuff yet. And frankly, that's the stuff that's going to knock it out of the park. When we start to get to the actually good Kata stuff, I think Kata will take that. Heavensward beat Wrath. Now, I called that. Anybody who remembers when we were discussing this over in the FF14 run, I've literally been saying since we reviewed Heavensward, which is like 2 years ago now, that Heavensward was going to beat Wrath of the Lich King. And I was right. Everybody says Wrath is the best expansion. I am not one of those people. Don't at me, Talia. There we go. Nice big brain, yeah. He must have been one smart skull splitter. So, I was actually thinking about class powers, but let me come back to that. Don't let me forget. Is he coming back? Oh, he's bringing friends. He's bringing friends. Okay, okay. I can hit buttons. I can hit buttons. I know how to hit buttons. What is this, vanilla? I will admit I tend to think of vanilla as an expansion for the same reason I think of ARR as an expansion. It's just easier to classify it that way. I know it doesn't linearly apply. It is just easier for categorization. That's all it is. Anyways, so Wrath versus Heavensward, and again, Heavensward won that one. And then Stormblood's direct competitor will be Warlords, which was problematic expansion with a lot of issues, but tried a lot of few things and really completely changed how they were dealing with gameplay under the hood. A lot of under the hood stuff. Shadowbringers, that's Pandaria. Really, really focusing in on characters in a big way that hadn't been done before, and really trying to drag the story right up there into the spotlight. Actually doing a lot of world building and fleshing out of the setting. Right? Pandaria, Shadowbringers, boom. That just leaves Endwalker. And we all know Endwalker's comparison, that's Legion. It's the end of the first major story arc. Big conclusion, big one, and arguably one of the best ones. So... Oh, we also have the direct comparison of Dawntrail, which is Dragonflight. Unfortunately, Dawntrail's not done yet, so that's not going to be a fair comparison. The reboot. Soft reboot of the setting, reestablishment of the status quo, blah, blah, blah. So if you're paying attention, that means BC, vanilla, BFA, Shadowlands, and War Within all don't have direct competitors or comparisons over in FF14, which makes sense, because if you remember, FF14 didn't really get started until Pandaria was already halfway out. Like, literally, it was 5.3 was out for Pandaria, or 5.2. No, it was 5.3, I'm right. When ARR came out.
They say you have the heir of the throne?
Oh, yeah. The throne listens to me all the time. They're like, hey.
Zandala forever.
What's up, man? Listen. What do we do? And I'm like, listen, I've got an idea. Delete all copies of WoW Classic from the universe and replace them with WoW Classic Plus, which is like WoW Classic, but worse in every way. Then, now hang on. When people are like, blah, 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 get free PR by walking it back and releasing WoW Classic Minus, which is actually a true hashtag no changes WoW Vanilla. In fact, it's really WoW Vanilla. It's WoW 1.1, which was the actual launch patch. So, none of the quality of life features, none of the concepts or dungeons, or any of the changes that went in. Because I could be wrong about this, but isn't Classic 1.10? This is when Rikerspear jumps in and says, "You're wrong!" And then just stabs me. Doesn't explain, doesn't elaborate, just says I'm wrong.
Good day to you.
I can see the difference already! Yeah, I bet.
Alrighty then.
I am now honored with Nomragon. Well honored.
Kronakai Christo.
Extra big spells need extra big brains, yes.
Remain.
Hold on, next part is tough. Lots of chances to fail, but Zainjin and Zainjin Zaka are going to be reunited. Zainjin Aka, that actually sounds cool, I like that. Mind control very powerful. With luck, you help Oganaka escape. Okay. Stranglethorn Vale so far has sucked. Who's ready for a good quest?
Seek the path of the light.
Alright. Here's our goal. Get the hell out of Zul'Gurub as a helpless, powerless hatchling who has only one ability, which is dash. Let's do this. You wish to escape. That is fine, but you must know some things first. Stay away from the trolls. They will not kill you, but they will trap you and bring you back here. Speak with every raptor you see. Not only can they teach you new abilities, but they can help you remember your progress and make it easier to get out. Yes, that's right. Mid-mission checkpoints in a quest in Kata. Hell yes. Nobody's here. Nobody's paying attention. Do I have any viewers right now? Fife asks, my one viewer, what do I think the FF14 devs looked at WoW for ideas of what to do and what not to do? Not only do I think that, I know that with total certainty. Yoshi P has spoken multiple times in interviews. Yeah, no, that's really a thing, Valerian. Yoshi P has spoken multiple times in interviews about how much they spent time playing and researching WoW. And doing everything they could to try and learn from it when they were developing FF14 ARR. No! Damn it. Okay, round two. I apologize, Talia. And I do. Doesn't mean anything, but it's still true. Run! No! Okay, hang on. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. These frickin' pats. I really do wish FF14 had taken advantage of the Shadowlands dip. It's the perfect time to do it. Alright, checkpoint number 1. Now, we can bite through nets. As much as I think WoW is the superior game overall, and to be very clear, I do. WoW will beat FF14, and it should. But a lot of that is built on the bones of a lot of failure and a lot of screw-up and a lot of everything, right? FF14 was in the perfect position to learn from WoW, which they did, and to take advantage of WoW's failures, which they didn't. Okay, checkpoint 2. You're leaving the raptor dens. I was commanded to guard this post and prevent escapes, but I understand why you want to leave. Fine, you may pass, but first I have a request. The trolls often carry packs of raptor food, and I haven't been fed in days. You don't stand a chance in combat, but you're small enough you might be able to steal one from the sleeping trolls. Okay. I can do that. No, Yura. I'm saying that Square has squirrels for brains. Something I've been saying at this point for quite literally over 10 years, professionally. Yeah, I can just picture people in the office at the FF14 development team being like, all right, we got this. We can take great advantage of this moment. It's going to be great. And then Square's like, what? No. Like, just imagine the meeting where they're having a war meeting, right? They're strategizing on what they could do to capitalize on the Shadowlands dip. And everyone else is like, no. What do you mean, no? No. Listen, we've already got this in the pipeline, and I don't want to change plans. Thank you. In return, I'll teach you how to distract the trolls up ahead. We can now grab a twig and light a fire. Everyone says the Bastion Zone is bad. I'm actually quite curious how it's going to review when we get there. Ooh, I don't want to go that way. Oh my god, Valerian. You know what's really sad is you're probably unironically correct about that, and that literally was their attempt to capitalize on it. Hey, remember us? Look, I of all people understand the desire to adhere to, like, a schedule and getting things done and yada yada yada, but you need to be able to be a little bit more dynamic than that. But if there's one thing that defines Square, whoops. See? Checkpoints. In case you didn't believe me. It's their inability to adapt at all. They are very dinosaur mentality. Just lumbering forward on whatever path they're on, completely regardless of reality around them. Just look at how many years it took them to acknowledge that JRPGs are actually popular and sell well. Really process that for a second. Think about how long it took Square to acknowledge that. Because they had such a bug up their ass for a long time that they needed to change markets. That's where that actually came from. I don't remember where specifically. I've looked it up at one point. I don't remember right now. But they had a whole thing where they were like, yeah, we've got to get out of the JRPG market. It's a dead-end market. And they stuck with that for years. Quite impressive to have made it this far, Oganaka. You are truly a talented young raptor, but the toughest test is yet to come. The trolls patrol the bridges up ahead, and they will be difficult to distract. If you drop a skull in their path, however, you may be able to cause them to trip and fall. Yeah, then they ended up selling all their Western crap anyway, so it was all for nothing. What a waste. Still not as much of a waste as all that Mulbage crap, but it's still a waste. Whoops. Okay. What did X-Play do, Talia? I must have missed out on that. It sounds like it was a good thing I missed out on it. Ugh, this game is so weird and Japanesey. Like, it's just bizarre. I guess I can't make fun of that. I make fun of Japanese writing all the time. In my defense, though, that's not a problem exclusive to Japanese. Ochman, I be tripping! Ah! Sploosh, as they say. A friend of mine was playing through a visual novel recently. And as they were playing through it, they realized, and I want to stress the way I'm praising this, they realized that the game, they were not enjoying the game as much as they felt like they should be, because even though there are moments of levity or interest or engagement, they kept running into things where they're like, ah, and they just kept not enjoying themselves. They blamed me for this because I gave them a word to describe their complaint. And by a word, I of course mean a phrase. Empty text. I've been bashed a few times for being anti-empty text, and it's usually in the confines or perspectives of being anti-Japanese, because a lot of Japanese narratives are very empty text heavy. But I bring up that visual novel thing because that is not a Japanese thing. That's just a thing. Oh, jeez, I'm going to get cornered here if these guys don't move quickly. Scooch over here. Don't mind me. Grab this. Writing is hard. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. Whoa, my fire went out. My fire went out! That's not even a metaphor, it's just the truth. We're free! We're free! Oh, shoot, it's the Hexer. Where you going, little one? You're trying to escape from Zul'Gurub? Ain't no one gonna escape Zul'Gurub, not with Jindo in charge. You're lucky I don't kill you right now, but I got bigger plans for ya. You see, to summon Haka, I need Mandokir. And Mandokir, he needs you. Bloodlord, you're gonna take better care of your possessions. Oh yeah, Jindo, we're gonna take real good care of Oganaka. I swear to God, you hurt one scale on his head, I will murder you. I got a new cage built up. We got plenty of ways to teach her not to escape again. Good, good. And you're, yes, you're the meddling worm in the mind control spell. Don't think Jindo can't see you. Whenever you get the guts to come back here, you better be ready. Because Jindo's got a surprise for you. Great freaking quest. Plus to gameplay. I think this is our first individual quest that gets its own positive. Positive? Also, I don't even care. Plus the story. I cannot put into words. I'm not a pet person. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a pet person, okay? I don't like dogs. I don't like cats. I have never felt such vitriolic rage towards those two trolls as when they implied that they were going to abuse my poor little raptor for daring to try and escape their control. Like, I was ready to tear in there right now. We might actually have to do heroic in order to make sure to get it, but I'll figure that out later.
May the light
Afternoon, Loke.
embrace you.
What a shame, yes. That's what spirits wanted, yes. Maybe when you're stronger, you'll go back into Zul'Gurub. Take back your Zainjinaka from Mandokir, yes. Yeah, when I'm stronger, uh-huh.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
I mean, assuming those quests still existed, negative per quest. Look, I know I've been kind of harsh on Catazones, but really, trust me, vanilla would be so much worse. Hi, Loke. Well, it seems
Which Loa do you bargain with?
It seems Jindo has survived. He's rallying his troops to once again summon Haka in the world. It was good of you to come speak with me. There's not much we can do now but to wait and watch. Jindo is weak and primed for striking, but I must wait word from Rastakhan before issuing orders. Until then, you and your raptor will have to wait.
May the Loa bring
What? What? You know, I don't know.
Oh, I have just the thing. Wanderer.
You mean this one, maybe? I think this is as red as I've got. I've got a gray one and like the kind of ratty one as well. And of course, the ultimate outfit Booyah! I'm ready. Yeah. Wait, I need the perfect weapon for something like this. Yep, that's right. I've got a shovel. Bring it on.
Beware of Yeti.
Oh, it was great, Valerian. I meant to comment on it. I'm sorry. Whoa! Don't. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. That's funny. I was actually trying to joke about that because I knew that kill plane was there. But I thought I could dodge it. What I was trying to say is, don't go too far down, and then I was going to, like, pull out of it at the last second. Don't go too far down. Tee-hee-hee. Anyways, wait, what? Oh, right, that doesn't count. Here we go. Ken.
What can I do for you? Be good.
Wolfred has a good eye. I think he'll do fine in my camp.
See you
It
soon.
must be that fellow Wolfred was talking about, the one that found the ogre artifact. It helped him test out the strange stones. We're actually working on identifying them. Do you mind getting me some old sample?
Safe travels.
Sure, I'll get your sample.
Need assistance? You have a great day now.
So once again, it falls upon Tiny Das to get the Explorers League work done. Alright, let's see what you got for me.
Off and away.
Whatever it is you want to do, I've got a recipe that'll do exactly that. You want an exploding potion? Boom! You want a lightning potion? Zap! You want a shrinking potion? Smear! So Bronwyn wants a carbon dating potion. Easy. I can make that in my sleep. Thing is, if I want to be accurate, I need some quality ingredients. Could you go get a specific thing from a specific mob that happens to be nearby? Thanks.
Hello.
Yeah, you're looking for something to do. And you came to ask me. Lowly old Goris. This is the first. Well, I've got it. The Vale to the north is filled with a bunch of useless belly-scraping basilisks. They don't turn to do nothing for no one. I hear they turned the guy to stone once. If you kill him, I'll give him some of my stuff.
See you soon.
Brilliant, brilliant quest giving. 10 out of 10. Oh, I know, Valerian. It is kind of weird to consider. Yeah, he wasn't expecting to give a quest. Imagine you're walking along, and all of a sudden, like, an exclamation mark pops over your head. You're like, what? No. No, I don't actually have a quest. I don't, and then, like, 50 people just, right, yeah, please, go, oh, jeez, I wasn't ready for this, okay. Bring me the heart of Asmiristar. Asmiristar happens to be one of the quest doers, and is like, I'm right here. Ugh! Gives her heart over. Oh. Okay. Right. Well, here's your reward. Can I tell you why Arathi sucked? Because it was a vanilla zone that was unchanged. They didn't change the destination or location of where you do the quests. They didn't change the flow of the quest as you're going through them. They didn't change how many drops you needed or how many kills you needed. They didn't change the drop rate on the quest items. And, most egregiously of all, they didn't even change the text to make sense. I know that there's really only one example that I keep pointing out, but there's literally a quest from an orc, spoken like an orc, referencing orc history, said by a Dark Ranger. It's the laziest possible copy-paste in quest design. They quite literally just copy-pasted the Arathi quest over to the new zone. That's why it sucked. It's actually not the worst zone we've covered. In fact, actually, at a glance here, where's Arathi? Arathi's only a -3, compared to, say, Stranglethorn Vale, which is already tracking to be worse than that. and Dustwallow, which was worse than that. But still, that's just, you know. Yeah, I don't think anything is going to surpass Dustwallow, to be quite frank. I would be shocked if any zone other than Kurthia surpasses Dustwallow. Even Deadwind Pass, which Lord Harriman keeps reminding me exists, is just going to be, alright, here it is. That's it. Pursuant to that, Yura, how many of you have a zone you just like for no real tangible reason? And, if applicable, which is it? To explain that a little bit, I could say that I love the Valley of the Four Winds over in Pandaria. But of course I do. It's got great quest, great story, great visuals, and great music. That doesn't qualify, right? It doesn't qualify for my, I just like it. What's a zone you like, and you can't really, like, point to a specific reason and say, this is why I like it. Let's see, what was I doing? That. Oh, let's go grab that. And... yes, that's what we'll go for. Duskwood. Yeah, I can vibe that. Classic Barons. Oh, yep, that's a rough one. Classic Ashara. There's nothing there, but no, I get it. That was the whole point. You're following the spirit of the statement. Crystal Song Forest. Oh, come on.
Hi, how are you? Off and away.
Alright, step 1, getting ingredients done. Step 2, getting more ingredients.
Have a great day now.
The humor won't serve on its own. Too thick. Way too thick. The Nagas maintain a shrine that dispenses the only clean water this side of Duskwood. For most potions, I'd use river water, but Bronwyn demands accuracy.
Alrighty then.
Great to meet you.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Safe travels.
Hi, I'm the town merchant. Bronwyn's me dad. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't get too excited. Mother says it's not professional. Anyway, people love to come here asking for leather or hides, but I think they might like it if we had soft materials like tiger fur. Could you go murder some tigers and then rip their fur off so the blood is still dripping by it and constantly pouring out and...
Watch your back.
How are you?
Right. Well done. And congratulations on killing them. I mean, here you go.
Keep your feet on the ground.
By the way, one of those weapons was called Staff of First Occurrences. Let's do that. Get a key generator. The other quest I just read. Father says a reasonable merchant's always keeping an eye out for deals. I've been looking for deals everywhere I go. I think I just found one. The Naga to the west have dozens of statues they place on the ground where they live. They couldn't possibly need all those statues, so let's just take some for ourselves. 3 statues! That's a deal, right? The Naga explorers also carry a valuable ocean reed. Akiris reeds. Traders use them to make medicines and poultices, and craftsmen use them to mine armor. Even to wrap cigars. In the evenings, when digging's done, Father's been teaching me how to use them, but I ran out. Do you mind getting us some more? Alright. I can do that, I suppose. I suppose I should answer my own question. A zone I like for no discernible reason. Hull of Outland. Oh, jeez. Hello, Samuel Hulamami. I guess hola is probably what that means. Oh, excuse me. You know, I'm going to go and go with something that... I mean, I have a reason for it, but you get the point. I'm going to go with Teldrassil. It's probably one of the closest zones I come to actually having legitimate nostalgia for. And I don't have much else to add to that. It's never been a particularly good zone. As we covered this time around, it's barely a good zone now with the Kata updates that drag it up to acceptability. But something about wandering around the trees and playing a night elf and seeing the Ents stomping around and all that, it was probably the most I'm playing inside Warcraft 3 moment that I've ever had in WoW, was when I first rolled my first night elf. It probably helps that night elves, especially night elf females, have some of the best attack animations in the entire game. Still. To this very day. So, you know, cool animations, cool starter zone, yeah. I wasn't joking earlier when I mentioned that if I could re-roll several characters into night elves and stay on the Horde, and I would. Or, more accurately, what I would actually like is to just get rid of the faction divide in general. Whoop, 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 I heard that. Now, there's a nostalgia bomb that most of you probably will not get. You know, those... you know, the stealth sound effect? When you hear someone who's stealthed nearby. Imagine you're roaming around, anywhere, doesn't matter where, and you just hear that sound effect. You stop. You don't see anything. You just like, imagine, you just hear, whoo, and and there's this moment of, what was that? Here's a blast from the past. I know we're a bit past Stratholme. I should have mentioned this while we were going through Stratholme. How many of you remember when stealth... Okay, so there's a type of mob called a detector. A detector is exactly what it sounds like. It just sees through stealth, so it acts like stealth isn't there. But there was a period of time back in vanilla where detectors were bugged. And so detectors would actually see you and aggro you from further away if you were stealthed than if you weren't. Why is this relevant? Stratholme had several detector mobs in it. So, you know, you'd send a scout forward, like, okay, see what's up there. All right, sure, sneak, 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 sneak. Hey! Chugga, 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 chugga. And then you're dead. Oh my god, please drop your stupid reeds better. I happen to know a level 60 rogue who used to roam around and just get into trouble. Like you do. Rogue was fascinating in PvP in vanilla because they were kind of binary. They either completely dominated the situation or would fall over like a wet noodle, and not a lot of in between. I think I've mentioned before, I was actually known for being a rogue killer in my setup because I was playing a warrior. And warriors were rogue crackers back in vanilla, especially if you knew what you were doing with them, and as it happens, I did. You're probably thinking, wow, warriors must have been OP. No. One of the only things warrior had going for them is that they had, they were very gear dependent. Which sounds like a bad thing, and it kind of is. But it meant that once you got that gear, yeah, you were death. So, warriors who got, you know, martial gear from PvP, they were death.
What's on your mind? Safe travels.
Oh, I hope they're soft.
Watch your back.
Oh, these are so nice and cushy. I think the customers are going to love them. Are you not at the least bit bothered by... Okay.
See you soon.
Just checking.
Safe travels. See you soon. What's happening? Watch your back.
Let me turn in,
See
please.
you
There we go.
soon. Watch your back.
Oh, these statues are beautiful. I had no idea the Naga were so talented. Yeah, they're people.
Safe travels. Watch your back.
You know, there's a troll hiding behind that pile of boxes. She must be awfully sad if she doesn't want to come out and talk to anyone. Here, give these to her. They're very soft, and maybe they'll make her feel more comfortable back there.
Safe travels.
Okay. Hello.
Best goods in the Empire, right here.
You care to explain yourself, man?
Come again.
Yeah, me thanks. You may tell your young dwarven friend I am not sad, I am waiting. For you. I have identified you as the most promising human in this strange town. I have a task for you if you'd be willing to take it.
You know where to find me.
Zanzil the Outcast, an exile from the Gurabashi, is my quarry. Recently I've heard tales of my brothers in the north about his planned re-entry into society, starting with the emissary he sent to the school splitters. This is not good news. I want you to appear to Zanzil's current plans. Here, take this incense. Place it in front of the bat totem. Hyrik will guide you from there.
Be seeing you.
I like her goggles. Very Zandalari.
Pleased to meet you.
Him?
Be seeing
You
you.
know how hard it is to get fresh water in Stranglethorn? It's no wonder the Nagas guard their shrine so ferociously.
All right.
Okay, we'll just mix these two together. Give it a little swirl. Swinging a chain, swinging a chain. Put the potion on the sample. All right. The substance you brought is approximately 150,000 years old. What? I'm gonna need to run another test. Years ago, the Gurabashi exiled one of their own from Zul'Gurub, a troll by the name of Zanzil. The reasons why aren't all that clear, but I guess it has something to do with the tendency to administer powerful behavior-altering drugs to anybody he saw. Anyhow, the Gurabashi priests and their blood god have been slain, thanks to Vanilla, but Zanzil the Outcast remains, as do his powerful behavior-altering drugs.
Off and away.
Yes, can you get me some powerful, mind-altering drugs? I would really like to have powerful, mind-altering drugs, please. Yes, yes. So delicious. What? Sorry. Okay, that was strange. They're powerful behavior-altering drugs. Yes, yes. Oh my god, that's a passive. God, I sometimes wonder what drug barons would be like in something like Warcraft. Like, there are so many sources of so many different types of addiction stuff, right? There's there's mushrooms, and there's chemicals, and then there's magic, and then there's spirits. I mean, God's sakes, they could probably make a business about killing you and then bringing you back from the dead, so you can experience what death is like. Now, that sounds like too much. Remember, that's actually something they do with brain dances over in Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, then we get into, like, Fel, which is kind of addictive by itself. General magic is also supposed to be mildly addictive, although that might actually not be true anymore. They might have completely abandoned that. We know Fel magic is still addictive. We know void magic is corruptive. Yeah, we do have illegal portal dealers. It's actually a true thing. I mean, doesn't it make sense, as Mirazдар? Jindo de Hexia. Been a while since I've seen that mask. What brings you to my part of Strangotorn? I'm not accustomed to taking visitors from the esteemed Zul'Gurub. You know why I'm here, Zanzul. The Gurabashi are fallen on hard times. I live and Mandikir's returned, but the rest of us are gone. What a shame! Not a concern for an old exile like Zanzil. Well, Zanzil, I'd like to make it your concern. I've recovered the bodies of High Priestess Jeklik and High Priestess Venoxis. I remember you could do things with those elixirs of yours. Can your elixirs help out an old friend? Friend! You're among those who spit through stones, Jindo. Ah, but let's let bygones be bygones, eh? So your bat and your snake need Zanzil's help. Farewell. I'll see you inside Zul'Gurub, old friend. Jindo's an interesting character. They don't talk about him much, but he's the kind of troll who would have been very, very, very dangerous if we didn't nip him in the bud. He's talented, intelligent, capable, and powerful. He actually manages to yoke an entire Loa to his will. A powerful Loa, at that. That's not someone to screw around with. It's also worth noting that despite what he just said, Jindo's actually functionally dead right now. He's just still operating, because he's a troll.
Need assistance?
Excellent. You're not a zombie yet. That's good. Oh, nothing. Just, there was a potential risk. Did I forget to warn you?
Be seen.
Ah, this mixture is perfect. Let's see what it does to your potentially Titan artifact.
You have a great day now.
Titan artifacts are largely inert. Something like Zanzil's mixture should have no effect whatsoever. That was unexpected.
Alrighty then.
I did all I could. And the recipes, the potions. The source of this sample eludes me. It's tens of thousands of years old, but we're shown that it's not of Titan origin. And it's not Serenite. I can tell just by looking at it. So what in Bronze name is it? I tried my best. Sorry.
Off and away.
Also, that explosion I just made, it must have thrown 10 inches off the ground. I've got to get Zanzil's recipe so I can figure out why it did that. Okay, sure.
You have a great day now.
What's on your mind?
I knew the alchemist was all talk. Well, thanks for the help. I know you tried.
Be good.
Well, we have no idea what this artifact is. It's old, older than dirt, but it's not Titan. I'm completely dumbstruck. Erwin Bantamflox is Multibear's direct superior. Could you do this vector quest? Yeah, sure.
You are never going to find a better deal.
It is as I suspected. Zanzi is too hearty to interfere with the squabbles between the Blood Scalps and the Skull Splitters. Nah, he's playing part in a grander scheme. Jindo de Hexa is using him to bring back Haka to Zul'Gurub. We found out about this now, because it offers us a simple solution.
You know where to find me.
You have to kill Zanzil. You rode on Harik's wings and saw through Harik's eyes. You know about where Zanzo hides in the ruins of Albaraz. Travel there and kill him. Oh, and if we become separated, use this fetish. It only works in Strangleton, but it'll transport you back here swiftly.
Come again.
In case you need it. Alright, hey Zanzo, what's up? You appear to be too late. Zanzo has left. It looks like Zanzo's portal into Zul'Gurub is still open. Wow, that sounds like an extraordinarily dangerous and stupid thing to do. Let's go through it. But hang on, before I do so, there's a strange thing over here. It's a message in a bottle. Inside the bottle, I find a note which reads in fairly good handwriting. Any who can aid me, please. My need for help is dire. A great beast holds me captive on the island of the South Seas. The stars at night are foreign to me and obscured by the jungle trees, but on the clearest days I see the shoreline to the northwest and large sailing ships to the southwest. I beg of you, my would-be savior. Please help me. Help me make yet another reference in Cataclysm. Yeah, I've sometimes wondered why they got rid of the whistle. Granted, nowadays it's functionally invalidated by the existence of dragon flying, but it was a nice, oh crap, I need to get out of here button. You have arrived within Zul'Gurub, ruined capital of the once mighty Gurubashi Empire. Ahead of you looms a ramp to one of the city's many terraces. The bat-shaped totems ahead of you indicate this is the domain of High Priestess Jeklik, a follower of Hyrik. Jeklik was one of the Harkar-worshipping priests that Zanzo was planning to resurrect. Yeah, actually, if I was to compare this to the Star Wars films, Kata probably is Return of the Jedi. Now, that sounds like a compliment, and it's about half of one. Because I'm with Mr. Ed. On the one hand, it's pretty solid. The good parts of Kata are very good. Then there's, you know, the Ewoks. And the frickin' dance number. What you doing here? Ah, don't matter. I'm gonna resurrect Jeklik before you got a chance to interfere. Yeah, I'm a monk, which means I have cooldowns. Sorry, Jeklik. Time to kill you. Oh, I'm in combat. Hang on, let's stop being in combat. Get back here, man. So let me think about this. Let's get the obvious out of the way. What would be the Empire Strikes Back of WoW? Yeah, War Within honestly feels like the correct answer there. I mean, obviously it's not done yet, so there's a huge asterisk attached to that, but it is the most consistently high-quality expansion so far. No major asterisks. No, it's good, but... And assuming they keep course, it's not going to be abandoned, like basically every other expansion. So, yeah, it's probably War Within. It's weird to say that, but I'm stand by it. Alright, let's blow every cool then. Let's really blow every cool. Let's do it. Let me just pop absolutely everything here. You have succeeded in preventing Zanzo from resurrecting High Priestess Jekyll. Without one of these priests, Jindo will certainly have a difficult time summoning a car. Zanzo the Outcast has once again escaped through a portal. Follow him. You find yourself deeper within Zul'Guru. The snake statues indicate you have reached the terrace of High Priestess Venoxus, follower of Hethys, the snake god. Venoxus was the second of the two priests that Zanzo planned to bring back from the dead. You've already succeeded in destroying the body of High Priestess Jekyll. Venoxus must be next. Alright, Venoxus, where's your body? Where's your body? I'm ready, I'm ready. A lot of snakes around here. I don't see... I really don't see. Let's see. So we'll be the Revenge of the Sith. We know what episode 1 would be. That's BFA. We know what episode 2 would be. That's Shadowlands. There we go. Hi, Zanzel. You're back for more, huh? Too bad. I got a stronger potion mixed up. Yeah, I'm going to blow all my cooldowns again. So, hang on. So that's episode 1 and episode 2. Let me skip 3 for just a second. Let me think about 4. What's going on here? Hey, what's up, Jindo? Sanzil, finish with Venoxus and we'll talk about your failures. Ah! And you've interfered with my plans for the last time. A car grows impatient, as do I. You may have slain Jeklik, but you'll not leave Zul'Gurub alive. Prepare to die. Quick, grab on the ladder. Get me out of here.
My, you're a tall one. Be seeing you.
Oh, that was interesting.
Show me your coin, and
I ask you to slay Zanzo the Outcast, or Lord the Hermetic Exile. What do? You dash headfirst into the Gurubashi capital. Eliminate one of the high priests, nearly 2. Only one word suffices to explain such rash and foolish endeavor. Heroism. Jindo the Hexa still walks within Zul'Gurub's walls, but he lost one of his legs when he crushed Jeklik. Today's battle is ours.
be seeing you.
So when I think episode 4, I think simple, solid, and flawed. No, I'm actually thinking Warlords for A New Hope.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
Have you come to free me? Yes.
We shall meet again.
These vicious jungle cats have been circling me for some time now. I watch them as closely as I can, but they seem to just disappear into the grass. Oh, they snarl and hiss. Don't get me wrong, I still want you to rescue me, but first clear out some of these cats. I won't need to be rescued if I end up with someone's dinner.
Winds be at your back.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Warlords is at its core pretty simple, and yet pretty solid. There's a lot of decent stuff going on, and yet it's also very truncated and doesn't fully fulfill in its themes, right? So that's 4. I'm still skipping over 3 for the moment. We already mentioned 5. That's War Within. Well, see, it's funny you bring up Kata here. But before we get to Kata, that's also true, Bragwin. So, what would that make episode 7, 8, and 9? So I've already given away Shadowlands to episode 2, so I can't do that again. But if I'm being honest, That's probably the most appropriate answer there. Shadowlands is episode 9. Consequently, BFA would probably be episode 8. So what the hell would episode 7 be? Is there a... I'm not sure there is an episode 7 equivalent, because episode 7 was a very, very basic, simple, not trying anything new, not experimenting, solid execution, but fundamentally flawed film. Like, I'm sorry, episode 7 was completely carried by its actors because they lucked out in having an amazing cast, and its director who knows how to actually put some energy on the screen. But episode 7 is ridiculous. I'm not sure we have an episode 7 equivalent either. I guess we could just eject the sequel trilogy, as most people tend to. So let's do that. Boom, they're gone. Which leaves me with episode 3. I had this answer immediately, honestly, as soon as Lord Harriman asked it. It's Cataclysm. Think for a moment about episode 3. Like, really picture the film. Episode 3 is one of the most bipolar films I've seen in recent memory, because it will bounce straight back and forth in between being really, really good and really, really bad. But in both cases, it completely changed everything forever, both in-universe and out.
Well met. Walk with the earth.
I understand you're anxious to rescue me, but the time is not yet right. First, I'm going to need some of my things. The gorillas and the monkeys on the other side of the island have taken my most possessions. I need my tiara, my scepter, my slippers, and my diary. What? Stop looking like me I'm some sort of insane person. You know what it's like being a princess.
Farewell.
Okay. I could do that, I suppose. Like, to use a specific example from episode 3 really quick. Ian McDiarmid...
There is an urgent mission that requires a seasoned hero of Stormwind, such as yourself. Quickly meet me behind Stormwind Keep, and tell no one.
So there's the Human Heritage quest. Ian McDiarmid is a fantastic actor. I think most people on planet Earth would agree with that. But there's a scene in episode 3 with him confronting Anakin, which is a very, very good scene. And then there's a scene with him talking to Anakin, which is a very, very bad scene. And the best part is these scenes are only like 6 or 7 minutes apart from each other. That's episode 3 in a nutshell. For every time it zigs, it also then almost immediately zags. I mean, hell, in my opinion, one of the best scenes in the entire film is a scene that has no dialogue, in which Anakin and Padme are just staring at each other from across the skyline of Coruscant. I could probably do an entire essay just on that one scene.
May the eternal sun shine.
Zainjin, I know I put my faith in you to help free me. The great Skymane King Mukla is my captor. He's definitely not, you know, a King Kong reference.
Winds be at your back.
Okay, let's go kill Kong. Hey, Kong. Oh my god, why are you killing me? Yeah, sorry about this, but, you know, I got a quest to do it. I am at the I am at the mercy of the quests.
How may I aid you?
I think my ancestor summoned us to aid me. Do you have the key that'll free me?
Walk with me.
Zainjin, you have saved me from a great dishonor. If it was within my power, I would offer you a place amongst my tribe. What tribe are you from? What Tauran tribe has a princess? You know, I don't even care. I don't even care. Don't even care. We're just gonna ignore that. Yeah, Bane, when did you declare yourself king? What do you mean? You declared yourself king. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Alright, we're almost done with Stranglethorn Vale. Whoops, that's not right. That's why. We're gonna rejigger things a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That feels right. That feels right. Oh, no, no, she's a Druish princess.
Yo!
You seem eager to work, matey. Not sure where some land-loving human monk is offering to help out the Blackwater, but I ain't gonna turn you away. We made Booty Bay our happy home away from home in the high seas, but word has it the Bloodsail have got some new plan cooked up. All me boys are too busy hitting the grog and looking for ladies. What I need is a scout. Bragwin, could you please stop distracting these people? Booty Bay is one of those rare times when we're probably going to give a positive to a town. And by rare times, I mean it's going to happen constantly. But for a vanilla town, it's surprisingly solid. Like, look at it. It's actually been touched up a little bit in Kata. And it's thrown together in the perfect way. And that's before you add in the new ship, which is, well, it's right there. And the damage done from the Cataclysm. I mean, where else are you going to put treasure? Come on. You gotta hide it somewhere. I'm sick. I've contracted Stranglethorn fever. Cape of Stranglethorn fever. Only cure is to eat the heart of a rare gorilla? Then, dude, the next person who gets that fever is turbo dead. What is this, FF4? How do you cure a sand fever? Alright, well, you have to go get a rare ruby and then use it on someone. Question. How do you use a ruby on someone? You know what? Don't answer that. Okay. This always bothered me. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we saw that water wall in the cutscene. It was actually there. Anyways, I need to AFK. I'll be right back. hurry. Still not quite well. Not much to add to that. Alright, come on, I'm in a hurry. Gotta finish this zone. Gotta finish all the zones. What the hell quest is right there?
Greetings.
There's one thing I can't stand. It's people who don't pay their gambling debts. Yeah, Valerian. There are a lot of people who owe me. They can help me collect. Alright, first thing's Shaky Felipe by the docks. He owes me plenty after last week's game, and I want my due. But to get that, I'm gonna scare him. Get out of town, hunt elder Mistvale gorillas. Get a nice selection of giblets. Don't let them know they're from an animal. Let them think the worst.
Have a good one.
You want me to murder gorillas? Just to... Okay. You know, that's... If you'd like, I could answer that question directly. What quest is that? Can't even tell. It's not resetting. Is it you? Are you the quest? You are the quest. What are you?
What can I do for you?
Batterful and... There's a quest from Stranglethorn Vale to go to the West Plagues? Okay.
Hey!
Yes, human. I'm quite busy.
Goodbye for now.
Fascinating. I'll need some time to study this. Why don't you have a look around Booty Bay and come back later?
Great day now.
Thanks, I guess. What the heck am I tracking? All kinds of stuff. Let's get rid of all of that. There we go. Yeah, hey, do you want to be teleported to the other end of the continent? So, what's my take on Disco Elysium? Any plans to do a run at some point? That is a good question. Let me see here. www.lorerunner.com. Look at pre-existing reviews. Sort by name. Go down to the D's. Looks like it is before the Oblivion line. That's a shame. So let's go to old archives then. Kill this monkey. For no good reason. Once again, sort by name. Yep, there it is. Disco Elysium. Wow. I actually thought that was after Oblivion. Well, anyways, I will never play Disco Elysium again. That was way too real and way too depressing of a game for me. But if you want to see my playthrough, you can find it right here. I'll go ahead and link it there so you don't have to actually go and check it on the website. But for the future reference, you can find all that stuff on the website. And, I don't know if you want me to give an overall thought on the game. One of the things I liked most about how Disco Elysium was it's a game with a lot of gameplay and almost no combat. And I know that sounds like a strange thing to praise, but it's something a lot of developers tend to forget. Combat has become such a standard default thing to do in games that most people sort of presume that combat has to be there, even when it completely doesn't. I can think of several games that honestly would have been better off. No, it's not a stupid question at all. Like I said, I was pre-Oblivion line. A lot of people tend to forget that combat isn't default, right? Like, there's plenty of other ways you can interact with the world. Hell, if I could use a specific example, recently me and my friends, as part of our co-op night, are going through Trine 4. And there's a boss battle in that. Now, hang on, if you've played the Trine games, you know that Trine 1, 2, and 3 all had boss battles. In the traditional sense, in the fighting a boss which has a health bar sense. Trine 4 has a boss battle in the, here's a very specific puzzle you have to solve while the boss is over there cackling. That's awesome. And that's exactly what a puzzle platformer should have as a boss fight, right? I'm sorry, this is a lot of words to say that I like the fact that there's no combat. There's actually 5, Talia. We're playing Trine 5 as soon as we finish 4. By the way, Trine 4 is the best of the Trines so far. We haven't played 5 yet to see if that's going to be surpassed. Anyways, this is actually my second time playing through Trine 4. So, I like that just on principle, just in concept. The world is horrific. The more that you pay attention to the background world building, the more you can tell that the world of that setting is just extraordinarily messed up to the point of probably actually being doomed. As in, like, it's entirely possible that there is no possible recovery for that setting. It's kind of crazy.
What you want? See ya later.
Let's see, what else? I didn't play after the voice acting was added, so I can't speak to that. I'm not sure what else to add, honestly. It's an extremely competent game, but it's the kind of game I can't blanket recommend. Sorry, Cumanization. You caught me in mid-speech, so I didn't want to interrupt myself. Damn. Thank you for the sub, Cumanization. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I have to kill a monkey before it kills a troll. If you give me a moment, I will jot that down here. For Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Fantasy 9, and Sea of Stars. I'm getting beat up while I'm typing.
Yeah.
It's okay, Cumanization. I understand that you're horribly impatient. But for real, another thing... Disco Elysium is one of those games... Oh, Jesus. 3. Which is absolutely unabashedly hard-hitting about its subject matter, and it needs to be. But the problem with that is that does, pretty much by default, mean that it's going to be a trigger warning for some people. That's why I say, you know, grain of salt getting into that. It's also why I myself refuse to ever play it again. That was an extraordinarily depressing game, and I was having trouble dealing with it. This old weathered coin was found on the body of the pirate Good Boy Bruce. Its front side bears the image of a large, unfamiliar ship. The back side, it says Brash Tide Crew. On top of the barrel, you discover a map with some hastily written text and some coins. The map shows Booty Bay with a red X drawn precisely at the spot you're standing. The scribbled text reads, "Set up your command post here and bide your time. The Fleet Master will send out word when it's time to make your move." I'm placing Lieutenant Bruce in charge here. This time will be different. This time we take Booty Bay once and for all. Hey.
Hey there.
I don't like that look you're giving me, mister.
Safe travels.
Where'd you get these? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Who sent you, the Sea Wolf?
See you around.
Here, take this pouch. Tell him I meant to pay him back, I swear. I just got a little drunk. I lost my way. You know how things are. He'll understand. You don't have to get rough.
See you later.
See you around, Cubanization.
I got the best deals anywhere!
Hey there.
I used to sail a ship from here all the way to Ratchet and Kalimdor. I was a successful captain with a sterling reputation. Until those sea giants ruined me. Smashed me ship, killed me crew. Sent me on a lifeboat to Booty Bay. I'll not rest until their corpses pepper the ocean floor.
See you later.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
You should go to Gazlowe. No, I'm good. Wait, what is her reasoning for that?
There.
I've been sent by the good people of Theramore to find loyal members of the Alliance who are willing to help Lady Jaina with problems in Dustwallow, the worst zone in Kata. You should go do Dustwallow. That's literally what this is. It's a vector quest for Dustwallow.
Need help?
I just
Have a good one.
imagine being a new player and seeing that and being like, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Farewell.
That coin. Where did you get it? Bruce. Yes, I see. He was one of the Blackwater Raiders once, before Greymane closed the Gilneas ports and held his crew captive. I know what happened in Gilneas changed the people there, but I never expected him to change their loyalties. Especially not Bruce. If you wouldn't mind, could I keep the coin? I'll pay its worth in gold.
Be careful.
And then he throws the old coin into the ocean. Interesting.
What can I do for you?
Did you get Shaky's payment?
For the Alliance.
Well done. Well, you showed Shaky those giblets. How hard he shake. He's so easy to read. When I play cards with him, I can't help but win. There's 3 phases to debt collecting. Asking nicely, asking forcefully, and something I like to call Phase 3. Unfortunately, collecting during Phase 3 is something this old dog can't do anymore. That's why I employ so many cronies, stooges, mooks, goons, and noble adventurers like yourself. These people are hiding out in the Eastern Coast. Visit them all in one trip and bring back their valuables.
See you around.
That reminds me, Huthor, I'm afraid you're a little bit behind on your health insurance payments to United Health. So I'm afraid... I'm going to need you to pay up there.
What's up?
Sure, I remember you. Back from scouting.
Glad I
Well, shiver me timbers. The Bloodseal are planning an attack on Booty Bay. Again. Why, the nerve of those scoundrels. Booty Bay will always be run by the Blackwater. This is bigger than I thought. Report what you have to Baron Revelgas.
Hurry back.
Of course, I'll just hold still and wait for my money to appear in my hands. Here, I'll hold up my hands just to make it easier. Oh, you want me to turn around? Okay, I can do that. No problem. No problem.
I have work for one such as you.
That's not the voice I was expecting. Let's see how Buccaneers attacking Booty Bay. This isn't the first time those blackguards have tried something. Booty Bay's impenetrable. Sounds like they might be changing their strategies, though. Wouldn't put it past Firulon to try something crazy. Let's see what they're up to.
Adventure awaits.
I want to know the details, Einjin. Our supremacy over the Bloodseal is due in large part to our stronghold in Booty Bay, but intelligence plays a critical role. Okay, let's find this Southern Command, then. Yeah, fun fact. The Blackwaters and the Bloodseals are probably the 2 biggest pirate crews in the world. What's really interesting about that is both of them have completely different methods of operating. Blackwater are pirates. They tend to be relatively above board.
You got my attention.
And I'll read that in a second.
Yeah.
And they deal with legitimate business a lot more than illegitimate business. I mean, for the most part, they tend to be more privateers than pirates, put simply. Then there's the Bloodseal. They manage by doing the exact opposite of that. They're horrible. The Bloodseal are your acceptable targets for pirates. Their main approach is to just be as brutally, horrifically violent as possible, and to make that work.
King's honor, friend.
I'm useless without me specially enchanted eye. Bad enough to have lost me eyes in battle in the first place. But by some stroke of luck we docked in Menethil, and a traveling wizard had a special eyeglass to let me see again. Vanilla reference. Last night I ended up getting jumped by some Bloodseal buccaneers on my way out. Took me eye, they did.
Light bless you.
Speaking of which, let's go get some snuff. Aye, the sea life. I ain't gonna say it's the good life, but it's me life. When I get in the port, I find a good bottle of grog and some high-quality snuff. Nasty habits, but what's a pirate without his vices, right? So you can imagine how heartbroken I was to find out the herbalist has gone and sold out of his stuff. So his shipment got hijacked by those damn Bloodseal. I bet the fearless monk like you could convince him to share the goods, huh? We don't quite work with the Bloodseal, but I know what you're talking about. So I don't want to go too much into it because spoilers, but the first thing we do with the Bloodseal is rob them blind. Because it makes perfect sense that pirates as brutal and horrific as the Bloodseal would fall for the Dread Sabers. For those of you not aware, the Dread Sabers are an artifact that's literally a demonic trap. They offer power, but they do so at horrific cost. And when I say a demonic trap, I want to stress that I mean that literally. They're actually designed to be a honeypot by the Burning Legion. But later, as part of the Rogue Quest chain, we interact with a particular admiral of the Bloodsails who's just kind of weirdly amiable. And he actually ends up working with us quite a bit in a positive fashion. Now, they never really explain that. I do have a bit of a headcanon for it, but it is, in the interest of honesty, a complete headcanon situation. It always made sense to me that he's the smart one in the group. Something that tends to be true in a lot of organizations is there's usually a smart one, or two, or three. They're the ones who keep things running, right? They're the ones who keep the lights on, metaphorically speaking. And it always made sense to me that him, with his connections to the Uncrowned, was the one who kept the Bloodsail in check. Because otherwise, what you'd probably have is a roaming group of murderers who would probably fall apart almost instantly. Like, they'd kill each other before they kill anyone else, right? Now, that is, again, to be honest, complete headcanon. All I have in favor of that is just basic logic. There's no evidence of that. But that's how I've always thought of that. We can discuss that when we actually get there and see if there's any individual lines of dialogue that might indicate anything else. Hi, Alice-san. Good morrow, evening? I guess it's afternoon at this point. I do hope your holidays have been treating you well, and if they haven't, I hope you've been beating the crap out of them. Damn Dread Admiral Night Squall. They're so horrible and terrible, I have to Google who they are. Hang on. Dread Admiral Night Squall. Let's see. Dread Admiral Night Squall. Yeah, Dread Admiral. Who? Help me out here, Huthor. Like, apparently there's a single reference to them in Dragonflight, which I'm going to admit I don't even recognize. Something about the volunteers... Hang on. Sometime after the discovery of the Dragon Isles, a pirate ship on the shrouded coast of the Forbidden Reach, there's a book that mentions the Iron Tide were welcome to sail under the flag of Night Squall's crew. Interesting. I mean, considering that Seasons of Discovery and Plunderstorm were both clearly being used to kind of drop bricks for future story arcs, it wouldn't surprise me too much if that's what that is. In fact, to be completely honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if we see Mr. Nightsquall or Mrs. Nightsquall, or whatever the neutral is of that, either in Undermine or probably more likely in whatever Arathi expansion we end up having. So what do you want to bet, right? You like pirates, so you hate doing the pirate chain, Yura? Alright, there's the book. I wonder. Oh, that actually hurt. Yeah, I'm not super impressed so far with STV, I'm going to be real. Didn't think I would be. Like I said, we've got mostly vanilla zones left. And I mean that in both senses of the word. So this is the stuff that Huthor most enjoys, obviously. This is when Huthor's like, oh no, do I agree with him that I enjoy it? Or do I disagree with him that it's good? What do I do? What do I do? Which one do I shoot? You liked it in vanilla. Alright, real question. What's different about it in Kata versus vanilla that warrants it no longer being enjoyable? One of the only quests... So, like, let me use a direct example. The Nessingwary quests are mostly the same. I can actually point to the two specific things they change in the Nessingwary quests. First, you don't have to run back to camp in order to turn in. You just finish a step of the kill quest and then start the next step of the kill quests. Second, the Green Hills of Stranglethorn, rather than requiring all, what was it, 16 pages, you just need one.
Peace be with you.
These gorillas are fascinating creatures. Better than night elves who do foolish things like gamble away their money and getting put on Seawolf McKinley's nest.
Go in peace.
I don't have any money. Go away. Okay, I'll just kill you then. Goodbye. What is with us constantly being debt collectors in this game? Well, I suppose I can't argue the points you're bringing up, Uthor. So, my least favorite thing about Modern Stranglethorn Vale is it's too much like vanilla. They didn't change enough.
Greetings.
Ahoy, me bucko. I might not be able to see you, but I can smell you from halfway across the port. Thanks. I'd really get my eye back. Captain's gonna keelhaul me when he finds out me peepers in the hands of the dirty bloodsails. What good's a lookout I can't see? Crow's Nest used to be me home. Without me deadlights, I'd be lucky to scrub the bilge.
Be careful.
Oh, shiver me timbers and timber me shivers. You found me beautiful eye. Let's see. Gunk. Oh, I could see. You're welcome.
For the Alliance.
I mean, Huthor likes games that aren't games, so that makes perfect sense to me. Now, that sounds like an insult, and I absolutely do not mean it as one. It's something it took me a long time to accept and process, that people like games that are not games. Or, if you prefer, are less games.
Here there. Be good.
Ah, good show. And just before I need to ship out to, I can't think enough.
Off with you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the... What do you sniff? What drug do you sniff? Like, what'd I just give this guy?
You need something? Have a good one.
Ah, you found it. What a glorious day for old Heckleberg this is. Get me chest back cool some of the fire in me. But my revenge isn't complete.
Be careful.
The next on my list is Nigolash. I remember vividly how he leapt from the sea form. Plucked me poor poop deck paw from the crow's nest. Swallowed him in one gulp, he did, and snapped me as a nasp in two on the way down. No man in me crew deserves such a heinous death, so we're going to use Nigolash's appetite against him. Okay. Can I just go kill him? Is that a thing I can do? Is that something I am capable of doing?
What can I do for you?
Yeah, here's your deaths.
See you later.
Oh, great. I think you get a price for these, especially what's in Murray's fruit. Thanks a lot. Hope those three learned their lesson. Don't bet something you can't afford to lose. Maybe it's too late for them, but they should be careful who they gamble with. They're dead!
See you around.
Well, let's crack this thing open. while you're doing that. Let's go with that. Oh, Hey, Oculus. Merry Christmas. Always appreciate the sub, and always appreciate you. What? Oh god. Ah, I see the problem. I need grade E meat. Does grade E meat even exist in real life?
Looking for something specific?
Aged, sinewy gorilla meat.
Safe travels.
Oh, God, Yura, why would you say that? Ugh.
I got what you need. Keep it real.
There he is.
Hey!
There we go.
You have a
Reference
great
to a
day
vanilla quest there. As usual. Tongue is not something you'll usually find around here, but if you go to an actual butchery, they'll have it. I can't do tongue, consequently. Yeah, I know, it's just a muscle. I can't do it. The texture is just a super no to me. Weird tone.
Hey there.
We're gonna need a lot of food. Quantity over quality is the goal here.
See you later.
That wasn't expensive, was it? Well, here's some pieces of meat to reimburse you.
See you around.
Take this food, put it in the old lifeboat. When Negalash smells the food, he'll come running.
Be careful.
Then go kill him. I do like killing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's try that again. Now, pig's feet, that's something you'll find. Hello, Czar. I need to hit a cooldown here, don't I? Yep, I did not wait for him to be debuffed. Oh, Jesus, I'm not even on the ground. Okay, there we go. Okay, him. That's what I was saying. is it? Yeah, I'm never eating brain. Not until I become undead, obviously. A little different. It sounds familiar, Huthor. Sounds like the Dark Souls argument. It's not a dig. It's just that is what that sounds like to me. And that would explain why I have no interest in it. This is just personal. There's no judgment, there's no thing, but I don't like being handed a giant pile of Legos and being told to go have fun with it. It's just not my thing. It's like cow tongue. I'm not against you eating cow tongue, but it's just, you know, the texture doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? I like food, not other food. What's the difference? Well, one of them is something I like. The other thing is something I don't.
Can I help you?
Can't believe my fortune. Meeting you has turned my luck for the better. Make no mistake there. If you ever get a new ship, you're looking to sail the seas. You'd be me honored guest.
For the Alliance.
Warcraft the Cleaver's the last of the lot, and the largest by memory. Taller than a wave in a windstorm, with a beard of kelp and forest, and a hammer like an oak tree. He taunts me from Janpero's Point, the island at the end of this very pier. It's because of him I'm still trapped here, living this lamentable landlubber's life.
Have a good one.
Ugh, could you imagine being stuck on the land? Ugh, God. Oh, thank you. Do I have to hit any buttons for you? Well, let's just hit them anyway, see what happens. Jesus, that just shreds. Monk's Burst is so stupid. That's a level 70. That shouldn't even be possible. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go report that bug, because that literally... Yep, nope. All the crocodiles here are level 70. Uh-huh. No, I stand by that. That's a bug. Boop. Those either shouldn't be visible to me, as in they shouldn't be spawning there for me, or they should be scaled properly to me if they're going to be there at all. Like, everything is scaled properly to me. I mean, the frickin' NPCs are all level 56, for God's sakes. It's just a blanket thing.
Greetings.
They're all gone. I suppose I have no excuses now. I can return to the high seas and a life of pillage and booty. I just need to get myself a ship. Yeah, well, good luck with that, buddy.
Be careful.
Weirdo. Pay close attention to these words, me hearties. This be our final shot at Booty Bay. Pretty boy has failed me for the last time. His replacement remains in the north. He'll lead the invasion by land through that blasted tunnel. Captain Keelhaul and Riptide will be coming in through the southwest and negate any cannon fire from the tip of the cape. They'll need men, gunpowder, and rope. The damsel's luck will drive directly into the harbor and open fire. Her captain will be ordered to take no prisoners. Any man, woman, or child found consorting with the Blackwater or Booty Bay will be sent straight to Neptulon's locker. I'll lead the attack from the rear with the Crimson Veil. We'll offer cannon support and protect any raiders that come to defend the Booty Bay. No exit plan here, boys. When we arrive, we burn her down, take her over, or die trying.
Keep your nose clean in my town.
Ahoy, Sinjin. What do you bring on the blood sales?
Well met.
Perfect. Now we know their plans, it's just a matter of time.
To be had
I don't think the fools have dropped anchor just off the Cape.
Keep your nose clean in my town.
These plans are interesting. Fairlawn, you're smarter than this. Look, he has 3 ships devoted to cannon fire, and only a few men coming through the tunnel. You can never take Booty Bay with 3 ships and a dozen footmen, and he knows that. No, they got something else planned. They're gonna find out what it is. Go speak to the little blood sale recruiter just north of town. Yeah, that's right. You better hope they don't recognize your face. Okay. So I haven't covered the classes at all yet in Dawn Trail. However, yes, I have played a Viper at 100.
You need something?
Yar, you made a good decision, lad.
See you around.
Just be one thing. Yancey be hearing things. Few of me hearties were pretty deep in their cups when they told me about some human monk come rolling through the Southern Command, looking for charts and orders. He even ran a couple of pirates through, he did. Like I said, they're up to their eyeballs in grog, but a buccaneer's gotta trust his ears. So I got one little task for you. Bring me the head of Fleet Master Seahorn.
Have a good one.
Sure, I'll kill the second in command of the entire Blackwater Raiders as a recruitment quest to join as a low-level pirate for you, you goddamned idiot. Hey.
Greetings.
Thrillon wants my head. Now that's interesting, but it's something we can't work around. This Yancey character probably doesn't know my face too well. Most non-Tauren find us Tauren indistinguishable from another. In fact, most non-Tauren find us indistinguishable from a certain 4-legged farm creature. Rick is the leatherworker, keeps these creatures in Booty Bay, and Narcos is my chief supplier for hats. Get a hat and a head and return with both.
Go in peace.
Okay. Non-official gut impression of Viper. It's a good class at 100, but I want to stress that word, at 100. It was pretty lackluster even at 90, and actually gets even worse when you get lower level. It just has so little going on that it becomes a very, very, very basic 1, 2, 3 class at lower levels. I know what you're thinking. Lar, who cares if it's a basic class, as long as it's good? Bossy looks into your eyes with large liquid eyes. Bossy, I need to ask something great of you. I need to cut off your head to prove my loyalty to the Bloodsail Buccaneers, so they'll allow me to infiltrate their ranks and hopefully discover their true intentions. Booty Bay needs you, Bossy. Now more than ever. Bossy lowers her head nobly, almost as if she understands the gravity and meaning of your request. Okay, hold on. Is there another way to do this? I actually don't remember. I'm looking this up, because if there's any way to do this that doesn't involve doing this. One of the top comments on Wowhead says, anyone else come here to read the comments to see if someone can avert Bossy's fate? If you chicken out, she breathes a sigh of relief. Goodbye, Bossy. I remember Time Spinner had a few... How do I put this? It was a little bland, but it was good, is how I think I want to explain that. Listen, I don't mind horribly, brutally, viciously, violently, horrifically murdering animals, but I draw the line at cutting off cows' heads.
Ah, potential customer! Glad I could help!
No! Why would Bossy go to the maw? Actually, where do animal souls go? We know animal souls exist.
Peace, friend.
This looks good, but even better if we beat it up a bit. You know, set the illusion of the fight. Bye. Hey, Baron, go long. I mean, yeah, old Blanchy went to Revendreth, which makes even less sense, really.
What brings you here?
You should know the most Tauren would find this shameful. I find it amusing. Poor Bossy.
Ancestors watch over you.
Good night, sweet queen. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Go in peace.
Oh my god! Lost a story.
Hey there.
Virulon special ordered this one himself. Said the Tauren's too much of a risk.
See you later.
Blow me down. There's something you don't see too often. Welcome aboard. Plunder and booty awaits you.
Have a good one.
You may be a slayer of fleet masters, but rules is rules and orders is orders. And my order says all new pirates start out as swabbies. See what I mean? We just killed a fleet master. It's like, alright, go swab decks. What?
See you around.
Okay. Sure. Okay, whatever. I trust you get your papers, right? Hate to send you all the way back to Yancey. Yeah, I see. Everything appears to be in order. So yeah, the Seahorn, huh? That doesn't matter my ship. You're gonna start mopping deck stains. Want the surface of the Riptide shine like a star ruby. Keep a tight ship. It's swabbies like you that make it happen. Well, what you waiting for, you cockle-brained bilge-rat? Get upstairs, start swabbing. Okay. I will start swabbing, then. Afraid the old tale of Duncan is a sad one, I'm afraid. Used to be captain of my own ship, you see. One more demotion, I'll be a swabby again. Don't think I can take the humiliation. Help a swabby out. Keelhaul asked me to gather some cannonballs from the bottom of the ocean. Let me tell you why this doesn't work for me. Reason number one, I need to scratch my nose. Reason number two, I have tiny arms. Look at them! Do you think I could really pick up a cannonball even underwater? Reason three, I have a weak respiratory system. I start to white out after holding my breath for more than 10 seconds. Reason four, there are sharks. You gotta help me. I've been demoted as far as I can. I don't want to see what comes next. Wait, people can like BFA? What? Gum disease. It's a real problem, human. I know you're new and all and probably haven't ever needed your gums cut, but the rest of us have to deal with the little thing called scurvy. That's why we keep so many limes around here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how many of you get that? We used to keep limes around here, but someone made off with our last shipment. They can't have gone far, maybe to the nearby islands. Okay, so here's the dealio. Scurvy is specifically caused by an absence of vitamin C. And the citric acid involved helps the body to fight out. The relevant point here is that keeping a whole bunch of oranges or grapefruits or whatever on a ship is expensive and difficult to do. It would usually involve having to go and make sure that you get a fresh batch pretty much at every single port you stop at. Those are expensive. But hang on. There's this other thing. They're limes. And they're also sour, right? And kind of citrusy. And limes are a lot cheaper and easier to grow than oranges or lemons. Perfect. We'll just give them limes. Limes do not contain as much vitamin C. Limes contain hardly any vitamin C relative to both oranges and lemons. Limes did not work. So just imagine for a moment, you don't know anything about medical science. You're like, all right, make sure you eat your limes, otherwise your gums will start bleeding out. And I'm like, oh my god, my gums are already bleeding out. I better eat more limes. And then your gums keep bleeding out. It's like, oh my god, I must not be getting enough limes. What am I doing wrong? I should probably mention that it's not like they gave them more limes. It was still a small amount of limes. It's just now it was, limes instead of oranges, which would be, about half the overall nutritional value of the oranges or the lemons. So you're just suddenly getting half the nutrients you need. If that doesn't sound like a lot, then I envy you, because that means you have never experienced what malnutrition feels like. I hope to God you never do. I have no idea, Czar. Really. That is a really weird ability that I kind of want to try out. So to get that... Let's do that. Dead men steal no limes. Oh my god, it's a lime thief. Oh god, imagine eating 5 limes a day. Ugh. I like limes, I should mention. That still sounds horrible. No, you just chew on them like you would an orange. Or lemon. Is lime a good source of anything? I actually have no idea. Does anybody know? Other than vitamin C, is there any value nutritionally in limes? Fine, die. Thanks, Zinjan. I've been hearing whispers about Pretty Boy in a boo box. I don't think I want to go into the boo box. Do I want it? No, I don't want it. No, never mind. I've seen too many men die to such a preventable disease. We need those limes. I'll distribute these right away. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I want some key lime pie. Thanks. Appreciate ya. Alright, time to swab some deck. I'm ready. I'll kill you, deck stain. Alright, I'm Blizzard. And I get to be head of 1 or 2 games. A Murloc platformer, or a game I've been wanting for literally 30 years. Which do I go for? Gosh, let me think about that for a second. I do like the idea of a Murloc platformer, in total honesty. What? No, I got it. I got it. Where are these stains coming from? Who is pooping on the poop deck right now? Is that why they call it that? Is that what this is? Oh my god, you're right. It's our poop quest. It's our poop quest of the zone! I'm kidding. This doesn't count, right? Right? Out of the way, out of the way. Gotta swab the deck. Gotta swab. Oh my god, that's so much. That's so much. Just want to triage a little bit here. Okay. We did it! Ah. You know, that's actually an interesting point, Aurelia. You make the Murloc game in order to fund the 4X game. Because the 4X game isn't going to sell well, right? It is a niche genre. We all have to accept that strategy is a niche genre, and that's fine. But a Murloc platformer, a lot of people would play that. And let's put it on mobile, and let's make it so that you can spend money to buy cosmetics for your Murloc. But hang on. You can also spend money to give yourself power-ups. So rather than actually gathering power-ups in the game like you would in like a Mario game, you have to get those through, let's call them Murloc packs, right? And each Murloc pack is only like 20 cents each. However, each Murloc pack has a very low chance to give you an actual power-up. But it's got a multiplicative drop rate. So the more Murloc packs you open in one bundle, in one uninterrupted streak, the higher that chance gets to get an actual power-up. So if you open a power-up, a pack, and then do anything else, and then open up a pack, it's still a very low chance. But if you open 2 packs in one bundle, then you have a higher chance. So you're encouraged to open as many packs as possible in one bundle. Thing is, the moment you buy a pack, you immediately open it, okay? So you have to buy the pack of 100, which is 20 bucks, in order to open all 100 in one go, okay? And that increases your chances of getting something to about 10%. I heard the most furious mopping sounds from down here. That's exactly what your captain likes to hear. Really? Swabby Zynjan. This is a sad day for old Captain Keelhaul. Today, we'll lose me best Swabby. Letters come in from Firlon. Apparently he's heard about the excellent swabbing you've been doing. He wants you aboard the Crimson Veil as his Jack of Swords and third mate. Piracy career rise is a big step for you. I recommend you take his offer. Okay. Yep, I just made more money than all of StarCraft 2. But unlike some people, my goal of making that money is not to make more money, but to then spend it on something actually worth a damn. So all of that dirty, filthy, disgusting, ugly, gross money we just made, that's going to go fund a Warcraft 4X game, which has no microtransactions, no predatory bullcrap, and is a really freaking good game.
You need something?
No, Huthor. They are not. Say be the one old Seahorn, Yancey sent word. I want to make sure he hadn't been telling his tall tales again. I'll make it brief. You did well on Keelhaul's crew, but I expect you to do even better on mine. I've got an entire fleet to attend to, so you'll be helping me run the day today. Welcome aboard the Crimson Veil.
See you later.
Good point. What shareholders? Sole proprietorship, buddy. We've got some work to do. How much experience have you with cannons? Really? How about ancient fallen apart cannons? We got a few cannons up decks that work the old-fashioned way. You load one cannonball at a time, aim, lock, and fire. Works well if you're trying to hit the side of a 3-sailor. Not so well for rowboats. Okay. Well, let's go see how badly this is, shall we?
How are you?
Hey, no guy, look at this. He flips up his eye patch to reveal a living, functional eyeball. I don't wear this patch because of my lost eye. I wear it because my other eye is so strong the normal one was weighing it down. The eye is good for seeing all kinds of things, like those masked hooligans following us around. Fleet Master says they've been all over Jagira Isle. Once you get there, fire the flare gun. Help you spot them.
Watch your back.
Sure. What kind of people are on the Isle again? Let's go see what's over here really quick. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure he's just seeing weird things. Alright, let's see. I'll just fire the flare gun. Hello? What? Why are there ninjas here? If I had a bag of chips or a single Dorito chip to give it to a peasant in medieval times, what would happen? Okay. So the first thing that would happen is they'd probably be completely overwhelmed by the flavor profile, because the sheer quantity of spices and seasonings and flavors on a single Dorito is well above and beyond what they were used to back in that era. The second thing that would happen is they'd probably be fine until their digestive tract would not enjoy themselves for a while. Not true Indian curry. That's a good point. I was thinking specifically Britain, and they've definitely got Indian food in ancient Britain. Now, that sounds like a joke. Also, for a joke quest, don't make me kill 15 mobs for a joke quest. Like, for real. Don't do that. Joke quests need to be short and snappy. We've actually talked about that. In fact, we have an example of that in Kata. And Huthor's about to disagree with me, and I don't care, because it's still true. Hillsbrad. Hillsbrad was like, hey, here's a quick joke. And that joke lasted like 5 minutes. Tops. And that was actually 3 separate jokes. And then we moved on from it immediately. Unrelated. Hillsbrad's a good zone. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at all, Huthor. I firmly believe that even the Kata-era writers could have done some really cool, interesting stuff with the revamp zones. And, I mean, Lord knows they do in several cases. But the harsh reality is, given the severe limitations and budget constraints and time constraints they were having, they probably reached a point where they were just throwing anything they could together. It probably doesn't help that at a certain point, it's pretty clear that they just started copy-pasting existing quests over the new ones, too. Again, see Arathi. Even Elwyn is barely changed in vanilla. Like, Northshire's completely different, I'll give you that one. But the moment you leave Northshire, it's just Elwyn, but slightly less backtracking. Like, I'll use a specific example. There's a quest in vanilla Elwyn where you have to go across the zone to go kill a boar princess. That's true, Auralia. That is true. There's actually a line of dialogue in the quest which feels completely out of place, where it says, "Oh, hey, princess is right there. Go kill her." And all of a sudden you turn around and Princess, it really is right there. So instead of going across the zone, you just kill her right there. But other than that reduction of backtracking, which I do appreciate, it's worth noting, the quest is identical. That's true, Uthor. In Kata, I appreciated it. It turned Elwyn from a slog into, you know, just a zone you ran through on your way to Westfall. Ah, sweet, sweet Westfall. The greatest zone ever made. Until we get to the real zones, which are going to absolutely curb stomp it in terms of score. What are my buddies doing? Hey, guys! Hey! Hey! There you go. Jesus. Oh my god, I need one more. Speaking of which, I heard a rumor. Well, rumor's the wrong word. I heard a mention recently of City of Heroes that implied that City of Heroes was making a comeback. Can anyone confirm or deny that? Not that I'd probably have time to play it, but I am still curious, considering its significance. Excellent work. The eternal battle wages on, but we've tipped the scales in favor of pirates today. Right. You're welcome, I guess. Ah, officially licensed to run a charity server. That's interesting. Oh, now I got a timer. Could you make Mega Man in City of Heroes? Oh hey, I'm playing FF14 now. Why New York? Or New York City, I suppose is what you mean. Now that you know how to handle cannons, it's time to hit some real targets. The venture company has found gold to the north of here, a type they call black gold. More like a black spot, if you ask me. We're going to take the gold, but first we need to get rid of the venture company. That's right. Even the blood sale hate the venture company. That's not actually saying much, if we're being totally honest with you.
Greetings.
You know, whatever.
For the Alliance. There we go. Can I help you?
Ahoy, matey! Hoist anchor, trim the mainsail, batten down the hatches, and set to sea. Today we scuttle the venture company's blasted contraptions and send them all to feed the fishes. Now hop to it before I put a black spot on ye.
See you around.
You could also just said, I need a boat. I'll steer. You handle old Blasty. And don't tie your skivvies in a knot. I'll slow down when we get closer. I'm not sure they had even the tiniest glimmer of BFA even existing when they were making Kata. I actually wonder just how horrific it was in the offices during the development of Kata. Like, really think about how much was going into the development of this expansion for a second. Did that not hit any of them? There we go. On retcon them in, hell yeah. But that would involve going back to older stuff, and we know Blizzard's allergic to that. By the way, can I just say that I actually liked Flynn? I got flack for that recently. I mentioned that as an aside in one of the previous VODs, and someone was like, what the hell is wrong with you in the comments about that? Was this the beginning as a Titan? I thought Titan was... No, you're right. God, they worked on Titan for so long. Because the bulk of the Titan mess was during the development of Pandaria. Well, the development of Warlords, actually, while Pandaria was actually out. Oh, God, frickin' Titan. It would be fascinating to do a full, in-depth check on Titan someday. It's not possible. I don't have the scope or scale or contacts or clout to get people to listen to me. But it would be fascinating to really, really dig into Titan someday. Yeah, no kidding, Asmiristar. Yeah, Schreier covers it a bit. Probably more than anything else ever has, honestly. Also kind of goes a little bit into the significance of it re-Bobby Kotick. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does Titan have to do with Bobby Kotick? Titan was the, I'm going to use the word excuse for him to start exerting a whole lot more personal control. And all that that implies. Ah, blast them clear off their rigging. I'll drink to that. You got a bright future, kid.
What can I do for you?
I know you just arrived, but I need you to send off another task. The Damsel's Luck is the third ship in me fleet. Her skipper, Captain Stillwater, is no longer with us. Damn those masked hooligans. Ninjas. Anyhow, Iron Patch told me about your heroics at sea, and I've been running low on quality brigands. I think you're more than capable of the new duty. Congratulations, you're the new captain of the Damsel's Luck.
Have a good one.
Okay. Yeah, Titan was intended to be WoW, too. Just think about that for a minute. Yeah, the Overwatch rejiggering was much further down the line. You see a set of plans on the table. They explain everything. There's something about a Brashtide crew? The charts mention a group called the Brashtide crew. The name's new to you, though you've heard about a few other newcomers to the Buccaneers. The attack on Booty Bay is looming. You have to return quickly and inform the Baron, but it'd be a good time to sabotage their supplies while you're still in their favor. Before returning, you should do everything you can to weaken the blood sales. Unfortunately, even as captain, you're prohibited from killing other Buccaneers in cold blood. Only a fleet master can do that. You can, however, put mutineers to the sword, and mutiny is awfully hard to disprove. Speaking of, those blood seal corsairs that are hanging on the lowest level ships have been acting awfully suspicious. Strange, really. Who's more disappointing of a villain execution? The Jailer or Ultimecia? I like Ultimecia. Now, in the interest of fairness, the main reason I like Ultimecia is because we see her on camera quite a bit.
Hey there. See you later.
She's going by a different name, but, you know, it counts. I need to go back down below deck, don't I? Well, I could do it on one of the other ships. Well, hang on. Rather than presuminate, let's ask Auralia. Why do you list Ultimecia as the thing there? Good afternoon, Evo. We're almost done with Stranglethorn, and unfortunately it looks like this is the only zone we're getting done today. It looks like I'm getting dragged off. FF8 is such a fascinating game. It'll be interesting to review it, because there's a lot of great story there that it's really easy to miss if you're not paying attention. By you, Evo. Dead.
You need something? For the Alliance.
We used to roam the seas till that damned King Greymane shut down the harbors. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be... Well, FF8 is currently pretty well funded. It's probably going to be our second FF game we review of the classics. After 5, which is already funded. I happen to be a unabashed lover of 5.
See you around.
There is a fairly large problem with 5, and that problem is called walkthrough-itis. 5 is a game that is best enjoyed if either A, you already know what you're doing, or B, you are very willing to experiment.
See you around.
Five actually really rewards you for experimenting. In fact, it could be argued 5 punishes you for sticking to a single build or setup. No, Europe. FF5 never came out in the West on the SNES. The first time we ever saw it was on the PS1, and God, it was such a terrible port. Ugh.
Can I help you? Be careful.
I could see that, and that is more or less what I presumed, Aurelia. We will be playing FF5 on the PC. We'll be playing the Pixel Remaster version. Whoops, I need to sabotage some balls! Need to sabotage these balls. When I do a Space Marine 2, so I happen to already know, there they are, that the co-op campaign is not only canon, but actually a separate campaign from the single-player campaign of Space Marine 2. I don't know how I'm going to manage to review that, but that is the goal. We'll figure it out when we get there. That's still like a month or 2 out. I've got a little bit of time. Oh, it can be done solo. Okay, I figured it out. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it solo. And I'm going to tell all those co-op people to go suck a lemon. Or maybe someone could play it through with me. Who knows? It's a pretty short game. See anyone I can murder down here? Nope. I like murdering people. It's the only thing I enjoy in my life. Having said that, I would still probably put the Jailer as worse. But, like, that feels like a duh question to me, if that makes any sense. It's hard for me to list a villain who is worse than the Jailer. I would really have to think about it. Let me really process that. Can I think of a villain worse than the jailer?
Greetings. For the Alliance.
I'm getting there, Evo. Thank you for asking. However, I just suddenly got ill again because you said sorry. So I was getting better, but because you apologized and because you poisoned me with your Canadian ways, I am now actually ill again. Sorry. I hope you can forgive me for being poisoned by you. I know that's not what you wanted from me. I'm really having trouble coming up with someone worse than the jailer. Like, I'm really, really struggling to think of someone who just hits that level of holy crap. Well, see, the interesting thing is, my first thought was, in fact, the sister of Tekuvma. Jaula is a truly terrible villain. And she is poisonous every second she's on camera. But part of what makes Jaula so terrible is she then becomes the main character and protagonist of the story. Without really changing a beat. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, she was right all along, and she's actually the hero. And everyone starts licking her butt, the whole friggin' story, and it's just like, yeah, the best thing I could say about the jailer is he doesn't get a lot of screen time. And ironically, that is something that is going to decrease his negatives. There's one other thing that's going to decrease the amount of negatives I give him. The statement that he's behind everything is out of game. I think. I'll be paying attention when we go through Shadowlands. But that's something a developer said on off camera. And I don't kind of like we actually have precedents for not using dumb statements by developers as potential negatives for gameplay, right? We've already run into that problem. The fewer Bloodsail Buccaneers, the better. However, it might be best to stop slaughtering your own supposed allies. I guess. You feel like you've done enough damage and you know the Bloodsail's battle plans. You've done everything asked of you. Time to hang up the pirate hat. That's a good question. Do you know who said that? You know, he was behind everything all along. Oh my god.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
Crash Tide? I thought they were dead and gone years ago. No, that makes absolute sense. Not good news either. Crash Tide are formidable foes. Now, if their numbers are anywhere near what they were before they disappeared, we're in for a nasty battle.
I have work for once.
Even if all my suspicions were plot, we weren't prepared for a two-front attack between Bloodsail and Brashtide. It's gonna take a small miracle to hold Booty Beta gay. I got a barrel of double rum in my chambers. Take the stairs down and to the first door on your right. Ignore the warnings on the barrel. Those should be the least of your worries. Double rum. Okay, let's go get some double rum. You're wondering, why would you go in here? Well, it's so they could do a layer outside. Remember, they always like to hide the camera whenever they do layering. And now, we're under attack by a fairly large fleet, actually.
Adventure awaits.
Guess you shut up while you were gone.
Keep your nose
Glug, glug. Much better. Now let's get down to business. I believe you and I have a town to save.
Adventure awaits. I have work.
I got an idea, but it's going to involve some footwork. As a goblin cartel, Blackwater has a lot of explosives on hand. In fact, I know for a fact our old friend Nark keeps a case in the back of his shop in the old Port Authority. Go grab them and bring them here if they haven't already exploded.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity.
When the brash tide pulled in, Seahorn grabbed the nearest weapon he could find and jumped off the ledge. You'll find him down below, pounding a few holes in those Worgen skulls. Yeah, this is the end of Stranglethorn, and our stream today, because unfortunately, like I said, I'm getting dragged away. I was really hoping to finish off the southern zones today, but whatever. I'll do that tomorrow. Should have known these brash tide were alive and up to no good. I'd written them off years ago.
Ancestors watch over you. Farewell.
I heard this ship here is the Damsel's Luck. Didn't you used to be captain of that thing? You must know your way around it, then. The brash tide are our main concern, but we still don't want to take unnecessary pummeling from those cannons of theirs. Grab this rope and take out some of those angry-looking corsairs.
Be careful.
Brash tide are everywhere. The Booty Bay Bruisers are no match for their sheer numbers, I'm afraid. While you're down there in the fray, why don't you help me get rid of a few of them?
Goodbye.
Okay. I can do that. The Broody Bay Bruisers. They do definitely bruise some booty. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Pillars. No, I don't remember the exact specifics of what it says in-game is attributed to the jailer. That is what I'm going to be paying attention to, of course. Can I help you three? Apparently not. I will say one thing that's going to be a negative pretty much right off the bat. One of the things that's always irritated me about the jailer, and in fact all of fiction, is when someone is hilariously loyal for seemingly no reason. Get around, Luke. Hey, by the way, I love this. Check it out. All the people in here are all cowering behind the weaponsmith who's keeping them defended. I love that. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's loyal to the jailer. Why? And the best part is they never even, they never state outright why anyone's loyal to the jailer. They barely imply why a couple of characters are loyal to the jailer. They just are. It's just presumed. He's the leader of the bad guy faction, and they're bad guys. And that is the full extent of the thought that's put into it. Calling that reductive or simplistic is giving it too much credit. Let me just share something with you. There's an episode of Star Trek Voyager. It's a good episode. It's called Future Tense. It's a time travel episode, as you might imagine, based on the title. And it involves, going and dealing with this super corporate magnate guy who has super technology from the future. That's all you really need to know, right? Here's the thing. That guy has only one real minion to his name. A minion who barely has any lines of dialogue. He's pretty much just minion 4456, right? The deal about that minion is he is completely loyal. In fact, he is so loyal, he literally is willing to go and die for the main villain. Why? I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's never explained or elaborated on. That's just his shtick. He is the loyal minion, and that's the point. It's the same reason why certain individuals are just act a certain way, right? No reason given, no need to be. Their role, their piece of the puzzle in the story is to be the loyal minion. That's it. And that is the overwhelming majority of the jailer's compatriots in all of Shadowlands, is they're all just loyal to him. And that's it. That's their motive.
Adventure awaits. Keep your nose
Still
clean.
alive? You brought him. I'm beginning to think our tide's turning in our favor here.
I have work for one such as you.
Attacking your former crewman. You've really grown into a real pirate. I was never... Okay.
Traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
We'll never survive this attack with these Worgen pirates pouring into the harbor from the north. Luckily, it looks like they're not armed with cannons, so if we can get you out of the harbor, we can attack from the skies. Kebok, the Horde's flight master, is right around the corner. Talk to him and let him know you're going to need his bravest wind rider. Bring a couple armloads of hand bobs. You're going to need it to stop those attack boats. Okay. I can do that. Do it.
Time is money, friend.
Yeah, no kidding, Aurelia. Although I will not give shoutouts to minions. Because, yeah. Denathrius is the one that pisses me off the most, because not only is he at the level of the jailer, he's arguably higher tier than the jailer. Since, unlike the jailer, he still has a whole bunch of loyal people and an entire realm to his own. And he's, you know, free. But no. Denathrius is willing to screw over everyone and everything to benefit his boss at the cost of his own life. Or what was originally supposed to be his own life. Sure. No, Pax... Well, I'm going to say yes. Pax doesn't follow it that closely, but he loves the story of WoW just as much as I do. Like, when we were going through Dragonflight, he was the one pointing out, like, damn, they're really starting to nail it in some of these, aren't they? And I was like, yeah.
I have work for one.
I hope these mongrels know how to doggy paddle. Actually, I take that back.
Keep your nose clean.
We nearly won the day, thanks to you. One task remains. Kill a second fleet master. Looks like most of his crew is already dead, but I know that old sea dog well enough to know he's not done yet. Now he's in his cabin, ready to go down with his ship. Okay, well, let's go murder his face off then. What's really funny is this should have been functionally the end of the Bloodsail here. But the problem is the Bloodsail is actually a huge organization. So this is the end of a fleet of the Bloodsail, and that's not exactly a small victory. But it is still the end of only one fleet of the Bloodsail. Wait. Are you opening fire on the ship while I'm on the ship? Why would you do that? Yeah, what? I'm awake. That would make more sense, Salty Turnham, agreed. I mean, domination is such an overwhelming theme of Shadowlands. But no.
Well met, traveler.
Zainjin, you awake.
We
I found you bobbing in the harbor shortly after the remaining attackers turned tail. We were worried about you for a while there. We mean to thank you. Not only did you provide intelligence to prepare the attack, but you helped fight off the Bloodsail and the Brash Tide. Your name will always be remembered here in Booty Bay. We here in Booty Bay take care to pride ourselves on our booty. Care for first pick? Sure. We'll go with that. Yeah, domination magic is actually one of those really, really horrifying things. But, like, in a good way. As weird as that probably sounds. I'm not going to go fully in depth into it yet, because we'll cover it more in Shadowlands. But domination is like... It's not domination in the traditional sense. It's more like rewriting you to agree with it. Is the simplest way I could put that. It's pretty messed up. Good night, Oculus. Have a good one. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, you're heading out, aren't you, Mr. Red? Yeah, no kidding, Uthor. No kidding. I do hope you have fun. Because if you don't... I'm gonna sick Uthor on you. You don't want that. He's gonna be rabid. I'm gonna tell him that you really, really want to really get into WoW Vanilla, but you just haven't had someone there to help you with it, right? So STV. Final feel on this. Most of the revamp stuff is eh. But the actual new quests are really good. Go figure. Oh, God, why would you do that, Uthor? Do I have 4 volunteers available right now? I will need at least 1 tank or healer. Preferably both, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I want to hit Zulgrub. I think I have just enough time to hit Zulgrub before I get dragged away. That's because I do, as long as we're quick about it. Oh my gosh. Do you have anyone above 35, Mr. Red? Yeah, we're on retail. Salty Turnip. Is it heroic only? Hold up. Let me double check that. Damn. Yeah, looks like Zul'Gurub and Zulaman are both heroic onlys. That sucks. Ah, that's fine. It's whatever. It is what it is.
Anchors away.
My what, Ross? Oh, thank you for the sub, Ross. Sorry. You caught me in the middle of a few things. I do appreciate you, though. Thank you. I suppose you know the question. Oh, it's a fake sub. Well, you're still awesome. Hasn't changed. Can someone do me a favor and check? Is it Pokemon Black 2 is on the list?
Talk to me.
These be troubling times for us Darksphere. The Zendala be reuniting all the Trucklands and plan to take back the lands they'd lost. We'll be trying to warn all that we can, but it might be too late. Another docs be gone down to Stranglethorn to warn the people, but it ain't safe to travel Stranglethorn. Let me find him. Make sure the people in Stranglethorn are warned of the rise of the Troll tribes. I'm gonna bind my spirit with ya. When we get to Stranglethorn, I'll be able to aid ya.
Okay, okay.
Whoops.
How you doing?
The first place we're gonna check, sure. First place we're gonna check is first place likely to be attacked. You call it Fort Livingstone. Surrounded by troll ruins. Easy target. Hopefully we find the emissary there. Hopefully it isn't too late.
Stay away from the voodoo. You be careful, man.
Anyways, does this count as a dragon for your purposes? Blacked. There we go. While we're on loot. There's only one thing I don't like about the Proto-Dragon, and it's that thing where it does its wings straight out like that. I do not like that animation. I don't even have a really good reason why, I just don't. Flapping's fine. It's the straight out part. Like here, to contrast it a little bit. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh my god, fine. Random my ass. He'll do. Thank you, creamy human being. That actually took a while to get going. So even though it's the same straight out thing, it just looks better with the different wing structure, you know? It looks less flat. Probably because it is less flat. Sliv the Wing is really cool, if only its face wasn't so damned ugly, but whatever. What we can do about that? 2, 3, 4.1, I think it was? There it is. Rise of the Zandalari. It was 4.1. I was right. Yeah. Could you guys, like, stop being attacked for 5 seconds, please?
Our kind faces extinction. Trolls once ruled the mightiest empire this world has ever seen. Yet look at you now. Zuldrak has already fallen to the Scourge. Its gods consumed as death descended on its people. Zul'Farrak, once the shining jewel of Tanaris, is now
What the hell was that? Did you see that?
now. Zuldrak has already fallen to the Scourge. Its gods consumed as death descended on its people.
YouTube has added a new thing, which makes it worse. I'm just going to summarize that excessively. Is that okay? Can I just summarize that? YouTube has made its player worse. I know how to fix it. All I have to do is be staring at it and have it be my primary player. But if I'm doing anything else at all at the same time, it's like, oh, I could just deprioritize this. Hate that crap.
Zul'Farrak, once the shining jewel of Tanaris, is now nothing but a wasteland. Divided, you are weak. But we, Zandalari, can offer you a future undreamed of. Jinto of the Gurubashi, would you see the greatness of Zul'Garub restored? Join us, and the Zandalari will make it so. Dakara of the Amani, summon your followers to Zul-Aman. Together, we will make Zul'jin's murderers weep for mercy. Brothers, hear us now! We Zandalari have returned to reclaim the former glory of our people. To see trolls retake the lands that are rightfully ours. And to crush any foolish enough to stand in our way. From the wreckage of the Cataclysm, the Troll Empire will rise again! Vol'jin of the Dark Spear, you would turn your back on your own people?
The Horde is my people. If it be war you bring, then I stand against you.
So be it, Dark Spear. But against the powers we'll soon unleash, none shall stand for long.
So yeah, let's talk about that a little bit, shall we? First, let's go ahead and turn this quest in. You'll notice all these people, we were just doing quests here, they're all poisoned now. With something called Serpent's Poison, a debilitating poison that has a hint of mojo.
Need help?
Another Dark Spear emissary passed through here sometime, telling us to be on our guard. He mentioned some other trolls may show up, but not in spirit form, and not escorted by a human monk.
Go with honored friends.
Because of the emissary's warnings, we were able to gather more adventurers to help defend, but we thought we were going to be fighting trolls. Instead, we fought serpents. They're coming from everywhere. We're barely able to hold on, and I expect it's going to get worse. Help us eliminate the serpents.
Light bless you.
Sure. So, the Zandalari have had an interesting history in WoW. I don't remember when exactly they went to being the original group of trolls, like the aristocrats of the trolls. But they've been around since vanilla. In vanilla, they showed up during the patch that added Zul'Gurub. And they were the ones who were like, ugh, look at these moron trolls who are evil and stupid. Can you believe these idiots? Ugh. Here, let's help you out in dealing with them. And so a lot of the quests for Zul'Gurub went through the Zandalari. Then, when you got up north into BC with the Zul-Aman, hey, guess who you'd interact with? The Zandalari. Not as much of a presence there, because we had the other guys involved as well, but you get the point. Then, when we got to Wrath, you probably don't even remember this, but all the way up in Wrath, up here, there's actually a Zandalari camp right up here. And if you remember, when we went through Wrath, quite a few Zandalari trolls were there, basically trying to do damage control on the nonsense that the Drakari were doing, right? So the Zandalari have been pretty consistently, I don't want to say on our side, but definitely playing the smart faction. In fact, Pax, I mentioned he does care about the story earlier, he actually had a theory for a really long time that the Zandalari were playing for keeps. That they had recognized that we were a force to be reckoned with, and they wanted to be on our good graces. They wanted to be on our side in whatever shape the world was going to be coming. Now the Zandalari are against us. I should mention, this itself is, of course, a retcon, but what's really interesting about this is this itself is also going to be retconned in BFA. These are not Zandalari. These are Zul. So, during the Cataclysm, one of the Zandalari prophets, whose name is Zul, had a fairly accurate prophecy saying, hey, yeah, so there's going to be a cataclysm. And Rastakhan, who is not known for his brain, was like, ah, yeah, whatever. You're dumb. Then the cataclysm hit, and they were unprepared. Now, the original lore of that, retcons, was going to be that all of Zandalar was going to fall beneath the waves. That has since been retconned. But because so many because Rastakhan himself refused to listen, And because Zul accurately predicted the cataclysm, a lot of people started gravitating towards Zul. The thing about Zul, and this itself is actually a story negative and positive, is that his predictions are, with very, very few exceptions, very, very accurate. And it's easy to prove that, because he'll predict something, and then it will happen. Even the nature of how he predicts things tends to be fairly accurate. Do we know why? Not really. So, Zul got a fairly large following. Zul then also started reaching out and creating what I personally refer to as the Zul Confederacy. I don't remember if that's a name I came up with out of nowhere, or if it's just something that was mentioned somewhere in Pandaria that I adopted. Don't ask me, I don't actually remember. But either way, the Zul Confederacy is a bunch of trolls, mostly Zandalari, who are loyalists to Zul himself. Zul is a troll supremacist. And knowing that is actually critical to understanding a lot of what he does and why. He is very much Zandalar for Zandalari, and he absolutely thinks the trolls should be on top of the heap. 1 second.
Greetings.
Thanks for the help. The serpents don't seem to be an end to them.
Go with honor, friend.
There's something not right about them serpents. There's a trace of some bad mojo in the poison that don't happen naturally. The bonfire in the middle of the camp, we can use that to perform a ritual. Whatever be making these serpent attacks, they're probably still watching over them. Only one problem is, I need to be here in spirit form. I need you to be me hands. Go to the fire and prepare it for me. I'll handle the rest.
Be seeing ya.
Let's see what Bwemba's conjured up. You disturb the plans of Gurabashi.
Disturb the plans of Gurabashi, little one. It's too late for you. Too late for all of you. My serpents, they already slither beneath every rock and shrub of Stranglethorn. We will reclaim this land, Gurubashi land, and we kill anyone that gets in our way.
Hey there.
Vinoxis. This can't be good.
Stay away from the voodoo. Don't be shy.
Light be with you.
Great, just what we need. The Gurabashi on the rampage using serpents to lead the charge. At least we know that much. It's probably a safe bet that the hunters at Nissingware's expedition have some insight. If they don't, at least they know how to fight the serpents. Head out there and let me know what you see.
Be careful.
I wouldn't say Rastakhan is an idiot, but I would say he's a bad leader. He is very, very stagnancy, as Huthor pointed out. He is extremely status quo, to the absolute detriment of himself, his family, and his kingdom, and arguably his species. It's no wonder so many trolls joined Zul. Zul, for all the wrong reasons, is very progressive.
Great to meet you.
We know about the serpents, Zainjin. There's something else out there lurking. The jungle's come to life.
Safe travel.
We've been fending off serpents for days now. But the serpents are nothing compared to what else is out in the jungle. The hunters are be hunting. A large panther named Mauti has been dragging me men off to the bush. We sent Great Direhammer, one of our best hunters, to track the beast down. Head off to the east, maybe you can find them there.
Off with you.
Oh yeah, no, exactly, Huthor. Like I said, very status quo. Very Democrat. Yeah, Zul sounds like he actually has a plan, and in fairness, he does.
Great to meet you. See you soon.
The beast's been hunting us. I've been hunting it. We called him Malti. He's a clever one, but he made a grave mistake when he killed me brother. Now that mistake's gonna cost him. Old Diorama's got his scent. I've noticed him roaming above the Curzon's compound. If we act fast, we can take him down.
Safe travels.
Let's do it. Yeah, Zul was in many ways a Hitler. He was a troll supremacist who was very interested in getting together a troll confederacy, recombining all of the troll races into one overall troll empire, and using that to stomp out everything else in the way. There's also kind of another layer to that, and he was a bit of a populist.
How are you?
Ugh! It's got me! Quick, follow the trail. Hey, Blade Tavon. And yeah, it looks like I don't need enemy for a dungeon because negatives to gameplay. I mean, didn't work for Rome either. Anyways, the point I'm trying to reach, though, is that this Zandalari group here, I feel like it's a little bit inaccurate to refer to it as Zandalari. These are the Zul Confederacy. Well, either way, I'm essentially out of time now. I was trying to get through these quests before I ran out of time. Oh my god, trees!
You kill him! You kill my cat! Why must I suffer so? Stranglethorn belong to the Gurubashi. You best be leaving before we bury you here. Or stay if you want. We always be needing more to sacrifice.
Lady, you can try.
How you doing, man?
We'll be here. The hunter be in the cave. The beast ain't something right about here.
Be careful, man.
I got a feeling ain't something natural with that panther. Gonna need to perform some ritual. Put Mouty down. Let's see what we can find.
Okay.
Okay. I have killed the cat. Can you inspect it? No, I actually agree with you, Huthor. The problem was, in Kata, this is arguably a story negative. In fact, I'm actually debating giving it one. Because even though this makes sense eventually, at the time, there's not even a hint of that. So, yeah, I think I agree with myself. Negative to story. We will then give positives for that when we get to Pandaria and BFA. Ugh. Positives for BFA. Ugh. I'm gonna have to wait for her to respawn, aren't I? Alright, so I have run out of time. I was really hoping I'd at least get this quest chain done. So, yeah. We are going to very abruptly stop in the middle of this chain. And I'll be back tomorrow.